into session 13.
Yes.
Session 13.
Lucky number 13 of the Astral Circus here on Happy Jacks. This is, the 13th. So all those previous sessions you can find at happyjacks.org/the Astral Circus. And if you go back to session 0, you'll find that one of the reasons I settled on the name is I get to say ass multiple times a day. And I've even started running some of my volunteer work with the library for the kids. I've started introducing them to the Astral Circus, and I get to say ass to a table full of kids, and they don't even know that I'm saying ass. So, okay, the long intros we're supposed to cut. I'm Jason. I'm your GM. We're playing Dungeons & Dragons 2024 edition. We're rolling 2d10 instead of d20. It works. It's great. I recommend you try it at home. Content warning: blood and guts and gory stuff and rotten stuff and fungus and undead and whatever. Like every gross thing you can imagine.
And sexy stuff.
And sexy
And
stuff.
Not just the gross things.
Some
but
gross
also
sexy
the good
stuff
things.
and sexy gross stuff. But, look,
It could happen.
It could.
just be aware. And we get to do that because we have safety tools, right? I actually went through the lines of veils again today. Like, is this thing, I almost said it out loud.
Oh no.
It's, for example, it was like, are snakes on the list? And they're like, oh, whoops, I would have said snakes to all of you. But snakes are not on the list, and neither was the other thing I was looking for. Yeah. We'll start over here this time.
Why, hello! I am Pooja. I don't use pronouns, and I am playing Ezthe Perah, your friendly neighborhood Thembo, Tiefling, Martial Sorcerer. Even more pride for Pride Month.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hi everybody, I'm Sam. I use they them pronouns, and I am playing Jaden Sapphire, he him, our Astral Elf Druid, Captain, and Professor, apparently. Just keep adding those titles as we go.
Yeah, it is June, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Yeah.
happy Pride, everyone.
It is.
And Jay has to miss one more week here, but hopefully we'll have him back next week. Just in case you're listening in, that's the order that we're going in.
Hello, everyone. I am Dion, he, him, playing Gralen Longstamp, he, him, our friendly neighborhood forest gnome, grave cleric, who's just here to have a good time and do what's right by his god.
And the subject of Butler Ven's sworn nemesis.
Listen, I didn't
Enmity.
mean anything by it, but here we are. So
I feel like this is an impact over intent situation.
yeah, 100%. Yeah. Which, like Gralen story aside, it's very much a Dion thing of like, I didn't mean to do that. I'm sorry that I did do that. That was not what I intended. I'm sorry that's how you interpreted it.
There may be opportunities, you never know. However, we left off last time. You all had found some amount of comfort in the guest accommodations, the like guest lecturer sort of thing, or people who've come because what they're gonna study is gonna take some more amount of time, and they need to be here after hours, or they need to run an experiment or something, and so guest academics would come and stay in this kind of facility. I think I said last time that your room, Jaden, was separate from the 12. I actually want it to be one of the 12.
Okay.
12 walls. And so all of the walls are the order of constellations, right?
Okay, yeah.
And so everything will fit into that, and we'll figure out the exact order and whatever. But then we will also have the opportunity to make some of these rooms into bastion resources.
Nice.
I was doing some math, and I think we are okay to say everybody has about 10,000 gold individually so far.
Nice.
Yeah, give or take.
Well, there you go. You could immediately pay off almost half your loan.
Listen, I have never... Gralen's never even seen that kind of money until recently. This is amazing.
Yeah. And I think it's probably the case of like, at some point last week, Carnelia gave you like, okay, here's the taking from,
Here's your
our last
share.
show and a bunch of other stuff that we did. and just like handed out little bags, and it turns out they're little miniature bags of holding,
Oh,
right?
sweet.
So they are they're small enough that it is okay to take into an extra planar space.
Okay,
Right?
that's the important
That-
part.
I don't want to explode.
If you
Yeah.
put that into a bag
Implode.
of holding,
Implode.
it would implode. Okay. So don't do that. But it is like half the stats of a normal bag of holding,
Okay.
right? And it opens up about 4 inches wide in the mouth. So anything that big, you could get in there. Okay.
Oranges is plenty.
I'll say, yeah, sure. I've heard.
Sorry, I could not take that one.
It's a classic.
But otherwise, it's it's like the size of a coin pouch, right?
Mhm.
It's just like a little sack, if you will, that you could like cup in your hand,
Mm-hmm.
one hand probably, unless you
It's
got
got-
real
it's
small
got a
gnome
good-
hands.
It's got a good weight to it, though.
Yeah, it's a heft. It's got some
Mhm.
heft.
No problem
But
working
it
two hands in
doesn't
there.
care what's in there. You could get you could put coins, you could put a knife in there, you could put whatever, but it's like half of what a bag of holding would allow, and you each have a little one of those. So
Sweet.
that is convenient. Everybody knows you can't put something alive in a bag of holding, right? Like if you find a little pet mouse, you don't put them in there.
I'm
Just-
calling it a
Suffocate,
pouch of
right?
holding.
Yeah.
That's yeah.
Yeah, there's just no air in there,
Good to know.
right? Yeah, don't do that.
But so it would preserve food.
Yes, yeah, food will not rot.
Sweet.
Pouch of holding.
Pouch of holding, yes, there we go. Sack of holding?
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Made me giggle.
Okay. The it shrinks when it's cold. Sorry. Chat's having a good time over here, and I'm enjoying it. You should join us live sometime. If you're only a later viewer, you do have 2 options to watch the show, live or later, and our chat is top notch. Okay, so we left at the end last time. We had been contacted by the Myconid colony that is living in the dome, right? In the exhibit / preserve is probably a better thing to call it. It's not a massive space, but it's pretty big. 400-foot diameter is quite a bit of
Pretty big.
surface area,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
So, if only there were some way to calculate that. Oh well. Area of a circle. There was I going to modify something about the end of that conversation with them? No, I think I did it live. It was like,
Oh yeah,
oh yeah,
because
because
it was like
it wasn't
the-
friends, it was partners. And
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And yeah, so that's where we are. What would you like to do? Brutus is not returned. We don't know when he'll be back.
I know you wanted to.
I mean, Jaden wants to go to the library.
You don't want to go through his papers.
Do, but that's gonna take a while.
Oh, okay. I guess we could go to the library.
And then-
I mean, I'd rather go to see the mushroom friends and maybe convince them that they are not Mind Flayer partners.
I also, at some point in this whole journey, need to. Oh, did we talked about it, but I don't know if Gralen knows that the guy was the orb, the target of the orb.
Oh yeah, so Senek, we established that the guy you rescued was actually the wizard who summoned a couple different shadow creatures onto you.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's
So, but Gralen doesn't know that yet, right?
I mean, if you idly checked it, it would just be super obvious. You know,
Okay.
like
Okay,
Yeah.
then I'll say you checked it last
yeah.
time.
I mean, there's,
Okay.
we could just go with it. You have that knowledge.
Okay.
Yeah,
And that's not the not. I was gonna say we need to go look for him, but
sure.
not the anymore. Okay.
Sure. How do you react to that? Like, let's say it's that morning where you're in your like sleeping cap and whatever, and you're like, oh, he must be near, and then he actually comes out of his room, and it's, because those are almost extra planar spaces,
Mhm.
and so he comes out of his room, and the orb's like, whoop.
Gotcha.
It doesn't like go after him or anything. It's just like, I found it.
I'm not gonna do anything out here in sort of like common area in the morning. That's a more like end of the day, can pull them aside, have a private moment. So like, I'll say closer to close, I'll actually have that conversation with him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, so when he comes out, he's like treating you like his oldest friend.
Oh,
right.
That makes sense. Yeah.
So like he's and Zorug as well, right? But she's not out here yet. Like, 'cause you got up early, right?
Right.
Yeah. So he was probably the second one to get up, and he's like, "Oh my gosh, how are you?" That's I said, "But maybe you can help me write it down. I was trying to say that prayer to Kellenvor this morning, but then I think I messed part of it up, and I just want to make sure I get that right." I'm like, really great. Like he's a devout, is becoming a devout follower of Kellenvor, for obvious reasons.
Like you do.
Yeah.
Right. Just hey, yeah, I'll help you with that in just a moment. Like, cool. I'm glad you're like really into this and that you even are leading with thanks and grace. Just I know we went over this, but just for my own piece, you have no recollection of anything after going to the infirmary.
Not yet. I mean, I've had a couple flashes here and there, but no details. I haven't really like tried either. I don't know how. No, I don't really have any memory.
And from what you remember before that, could you tell me what your experience was with the army?
I need you to roll insight for me, please, with
Sure.
advantage.
Sure.
Russian accent.
Hmm?
Russian accent.
Oh yeah, thank you for reminding me. Yeah, he has a Goliath accent. Yeah, which is closer to a Ukrainian accent, really.
That's my ignorance. My apologies.
Yeah. Common mistake.
D&D Beyond locked me out, but I just locked back in. So give me 1 second. 9 on the die plus 16.
Okay, so I'm gonna sort of give this to you in context.
Okay.
So you just asked him what his experience.
What he remembers of his experience before, like as a soldier, as a.
Well, he wasn't a soldier. He was like joining a company, right? Like, he
Oh
was
yeah,
being
I guess I think
hired.
about them as militant, but they aren't inherently militant.
Right.
Right.
They like reserve the right to defend themselves.
Right.
But are a peaceful mission. They're merchant marines, right? Emphasis on the marines. Yes, well, my experience with working with metals and things like that, they thought they could expand this for me and they could be of some use to company. This is all I remember primarily.
A metal worker.
Well, yes, most people in my village have experience. So while you're talking,
Mhm.
he is 16?
Yeah, 16.
Yeah.
16.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. He keeps like sort of like, well, let's see. So I'm gonna say you two are in a couple of the like plush chairs with a little round table
Mhm.
between them. They'd be like smoking chairs, right?
Right.
But you've got your like plate of eggs and whatever that chef was whipping up, and Sanic is there with coffee and toast. Seems like he's that kind of guy. He it's happened so fast you almost miss it, right? But over his shoulder he just goes shh. But like, oh, maybe he almost sneezed or something, right? Like if you hadn't rolled so high, it just would have seemed like a sneeze or a cough or something.
Mhm.
But it's specifically like a shush kind of thing, and it's like a twitchy like over his left shoulder. So he's looking at you, you're on his right, he's on your left, right? And then just briefly goes shh, and then is back to talking to you.
If there's any influence or remnants or voice I really need you to be honest with me.
Okay. I need you to roll persuasion.
That I'm not great at, but I shall try. Ooh, I get a.
Oh, hold on. You can substitute religion if you want.
Oh, okay. That makes me much better at it.
Can you guidance yourself?
Yes, touch yourself.
Technically, yeah, I'll touch myself.
Right here in the lobby. In the common area. I mean, it's Jaden's house. It's probably fine. If
Wouldn't
we're
be
all
the first
adults,
time.
If we're all consenting adults.
That is
Yeah.
not a good roll, but my religion is so high that is an 18.
Oh, God.
Wow.
Okay. So you could tell at first he's like, "Oh no, no, it's nothing like and then he like tears up, which I can't really do on command, but you can imagine he's not like sobbing, right? But he's overcome with some emotion like that stuck in your throat, kind of like I hear my own voice offer me things.
Offer you things?
Yes.
Like what?
Well, like, and he like looks over his shoulder again and steels himself like he's trying to not look over his shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it claims I had magic, and it wants to. I want to bargain. I don't know.
I pull out the orb
Mm-hmm.
and hold it near him. And if I'm not mistaken, which I'm going to go check,
You can cast detect magic.
one of the things you can do is cast detect magic, right?
Once per day. Yeah.
Yeah, I use the orb to cast detect magic on him.
Okay. Yeah, well, you cast detect magic on yourself, really, is how that spell
well,
works.
yeah.
And then you can sort of see.
Yes.
So, yeah, you cast it on the orb, and you're using that as a lens. That's fine. You can see there is not another entity next to him, or at least not that detect magic is showing you.
Mhm.
However, he has two auras. Okay, which is complicated, right? There's like his memories and his current, and they're out of sync. So but the one was a very powerful wizard and has sort of like maintained its existence, right? But by the way, this is not a send up of like multiple personality disorder or anything like that. I'm not even touching on that. This is something else. So, he says, but it seems like it's just offering, it does not want anything.
No. Anything powerful enough to commune with you and make an offer for sure wants something. And I think I have a hunch what it is. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to contact Mishra on this one.
I don't know much. I don't know Mistra.
No, I think this one's my burden. I think this is my journey. Just for now, don't accept any offers. I brought you back. I don't want to have to undo that or redo death. So I need you to stay on the up and up.
If I accept, you will end me.
I'm sure whatever that is not going to be friend. And I like being your friend.
I see. All right. I will resist. Yeah, now, fortunately, because your high religion check, which acted as your persuasion check, was so high, he's not actively afraid of you. He's sort of like was academically connecting the dots of like, oh, if I do this and this is okay, but it hasn't processed that as a threat. Was just like, oh, okay, A plus B equals C, right? So
That's also, it wasn't like I want to kill you. It's just like a
Well, what I mean is the end result is he's not currently afraid of you.
good.
He's just taking some advice from a friend, from his best friend.
That keeps happening to me.
Yep.
Don't know the
Because
creative.
you're so fun.
Yeah, and then a little while after that, everyone
You
else
have
is
cancer.
coming out of their rooms, and yeah.
I mean, you have the best party tricks now.
I guess. Crippling debt.
I want to just the use of
Yeah.
the word cripple there is
I'm
not the best, but that's okay.
I'm sorry
Now,
about that.
now we know.
Crushing,
Now we know.
crushing dead.
Crippling debt.
Yep, yep. Okay, so we've now had those scenes. You've been in contact with the Myconid colony.
Right.
What else are we doing today?
Pooja's point made me remember that I do want to look through, because I know we said that Barnabas has like a lot of notes.
Mm-hmm.
I do want to like kind of look through specifically for mention of the Myconids, try and figure out like what were we doing here between Barnabas and the Myconids.
I need everybody to roll Arcana. It's okay if you're not trained in it. But it's you can roll with advantage.
Arcana, you said?
16.
Okay,
21.
awesome.
I can do math.
That's with a -1, so I felt really good about myself just then. Thank you.
21.
Oh my god. Okay, well, look, I'm gonna just give Ezthe a shot here. Ezthe, you have this idea of like, reading, I think, right? Is that accurate?
It's just not my favorite activity. There's
Right.
a lot of sitting
Well,
still.
you remember a spell that you had toyed around with as a young person, like you had it because you could like read it out of a book, like a reusable scroll, right?
Mm-hmm.
Was something you went to stay with your aunt?
Yeah.
Yeah, so your auntie had this book that had a few reusable spells like mend and whatever, and one of them was unseen servant, right? And you realized you could get the unseen servant to like organize notes and whatever else you were supposed to be reading, or like go through these 3 books and find all the mentions of whatever, right?
Like a little research assistant.
Yes, yeah. And it occurs to you that Jaden had been saying something about like, oh yeah, these unseen servants are the spectral attendants here are a type of unseen servant. And yeah, I want to know how Ezthe would bring that up as the two of you go like, oh yeah, right? But what does that look like?
Well, do you think Ben would be cool with like kind of skim and highlight?
Oh,
I suppose I should say skim and glow. Skim and glow.
that's actually a really good idea, Ezthe. That would save us a lot of time.
It is the only way I got through school.
That's fair.
True.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. So who do you want to summon?
Well, we've got Ven, we've got the chef, we've got
It's just Chef.
the chef,
Your valet.
valet.
Yeah. Who we don't know the name of because you haven't asked.
And I feel bad that I don't remember.
Yeah.
And the gardener.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess given that Ven or the valet are my like 2 realistic options, and I don't know the valet's name, Ven it is.
Okay. Ben appears in a very, sort of like straightens up, pulls her jacket straight, the lapels are like, Yes, Captain Professor, how can I help?
Hello, Ven. Thank you. We need some assistance with a bit of research.
Oh, do you? What can I help with?
Okay. We need to look through the professor's notes, Professor Barnabas, for any mention of the Myconids, the colony that's here on the Athenaeum.
All right. Is it which set of notes?
The recent notes. Let's see.
Well, you have the notes with you, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So you're like these notes.
These,
yeah.
yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
The ones, because like this happened like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So that those 2 weeks of notes would be the ones we're
Yeah,
focusing
the
on.
worst of it has been the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And the idea was, what is it you want to find from those?
What the like connection between what he was trying to do with the Myconids, what their arrangement was.
Oh, okay, yeah, like to really plumb the depths of all that.
Yeah, because the Myconids gave like a vague, like he was giving us brains. They didn't really get too much into like the specifics of like why or like for what.
Okay. And the specters generally don't go past, like they don't even go to the research floor usually. It's just like you needed them to come get you because you didn't know how to go down to the living area.
Right.
But now you have some sense of how to move around the facility a little bit. So yeah, they don't. It's not like they could just tell you like, oh yeah, I saw him do X, right? But
Yeah.
yes. And so Van says, yes, I can certainly do that if you wish, Captain Professor. However, I wouldn't you agree that Oliver is more suited to the task?
Oliver's not busy right now?
Oliver will be busy with what you task him with.
Well, if you think Oliver would be a better fit, then certainly.
Send him along.
Thank you.
Oh, no. I'll send him right away. Squints her eyes.
So
Green
ominous.
flash. And then she vanishes. And your valet appears.
Oh, good. Now I know his name.
It is the way. It is the way.
And he appears with, he has these little round reading glasses and, like a spectral pad of paper and a quill and seems prepared to take notes. So,
Oh, great.
okay.
Give him the research
Yeah.
notes and tell him what to look for.
Okay. So you set all this out and right away, several of the volumes open at the same time and the pages are just like flying back and forth like as if they were possessed. And he hovers over it and is scribbling notes onto his pad and you have the sense this is going to take a little bit of time, like at least an hour probably.
Okay.
And I'm going to roll some dice behind the scenes and see if it only takes an hour.
How did you ever get your homework done if you weren't using your unseen servants?
Used my eyeballs. Read
Um,
the book.
Homework.
you guys, what's homework?
So lucky.
Yeah, you had like a traditional school environment, which was the exact wrong thing for Ezthe.
Oh no. It's when you're given assignments to study outside of your
Class.
formal tutoring time.
Formal tutor.
Did you
That
not have a
sounds-
tutor?
Only when I failed stuff.
All right,
It's
so
like punishment.
Oliver is working. What would we like to do?
Um,
I guess while we're waiting, we could go to the library. We could look for the library stuff.
Sure. We know that, like, of the things off the top that we definitely know we can do, we can stay here and do whatever's allowed in the common room.
Which is not sleeping.
Yeah.
definitely not sleeping.
Yeah, it's okay to fuck in the common room, but not fall asleep.
Mm-mm. Go sleep in your room.
Yeah. We can visit the library, whatever that is. We can go to the research level, which you've seen some of, like barely 25% of. And we can return to the preserve. So,
Okay.
these are options that you have.
Well, given that our 2 goals coming here were punish that guy that you told to not listen to his brain. And find out what this place has to tell us about the Zodar, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So library.
I mean, maybe the research area has information on the Zodar.
Possible.
So the research
Seems less
area
likely.
is more likely to have stuff that you could actively experiment on, and the Zodar is like saying, let's do research on Santa Claus.
Let's do research on Santa Claus.
Well, what I'm saying is like there probably isn't a research project in effect there.
It's not about that.
Oh, okay.
It is about avoiding going to the library.
Oh,
Especially because I just got sucked into
Oh, yeah.
Attack of the Books.
yeah,
Oh yeah, you
Yeah.
were in book space.
yep.
Also, there are Mushroom Friends, but like we can't go to Mushroom Friends until like the Myconid Friends we can't go to until Oliver's finished helping us. But we could go, and then also you never know what else could have been up there, and like what if there are more people up there? We don't even know. We should clear out all the other research areas.
You really don't want to go to the library, do you?
No, I don't. You don't understand. The books were like flying out my face.
But the whole reason we came here was to learn about this. And Lucretius, and we want to do what Lucretius wanted us to do. And
Lucretia said there was an exhibit.
In the library.
In the facility.
Yeah, well, so the preserve area is one part of it, and there's supposed to be another almost like museum layer, right, where there aren't things wandering around,
Yeah.
and then so there should be like you don't know that you were right under the preserve, like it should be now that you can like look up maps and stuff. The facility is preserve in a dome, right? Under that is the museum, sort of like walkthrough of things to study, right? That should not be in an open environment, right?
Okay.
Under that is the research lab
Mm-hmm.
that you've already visited. And then under that is a sort of long cylindrical space that is the library. And then at the base of the library is the living quarters.
Gotcha. Okay. So if I remember correctly, Lucretia said that when she and I were here, we saw something related to the Zodar
In the museum.
Mhm.
in the museum.
Still not the library.
Okay. So we could go to the museum level.
that works for me.
Adequate compromise.
All right.
The museum level, remind me, is that the outside part or?
No, it's just under the outside part. Oh.
It might not be a. Okay, we should be ready for whatever we run into.
Yes.
Yeah.
You might want to prepare a healing potion or two. Just in case.
It's a good idea. Also, better that we find it sooner than later.
True.
And I wanted to sneak into my room and try to eat my brain.
That would be kind of difficult. I think
It what? What do you think is in there? The DM is asking.
we don't know.
Well, I mean, something related to
Well, like, all
Thermal
these
folk.
tadpoles have come out of
Yeah.
the ship.
something to do with tadpoles and tentacly things.
Presumably there were people working in the museum.
Well, it had been ostensibly evacuated.
At least for 3 weeks, right? That's what we said.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that doesn't mean there
But
weren't
that
like
doesn't mean that there were
museum
not-
goers or workers who got caught up in the process and were already transforming in the process or before.
That could have happened.
Yeah. So,
So we don't know. We don't know
armed
what it
security
is.
guards who are now armed and tentacly,
Mm,
you know.
tentacular.
Either way, I mean, are they really using living security at this day and age?
Wizard
like,
security guards.
Wizards don't use like what all the good places use animated armor now.
Sure. Animated armor is pretty reliable security.
Okay. Well,
Regardless,
either
we
way,
should-
yep.
Be prepared.
Let's
Yes.
go and let's be ready.
Hmm.
Don't know, you're giving him ideas.
It's a group project. So we're heading to the museum layer.
Yes.
I think so.
Okay. All right. So the you now understand there is this process of like you have a list of like, oh, if you do this like hand gesture, then you can go to the particular layer that you want. Most of them go to the middle of that layer, like the museum, the library, and the research all go to the middle. The preserve has 5 entrances.
Okay.
You can go to the middle or northeast, southwest.
Nice.
Like any of those 4 compass points or the middle of the preserve.
Okay.
Which you were not able to see before. You've only seen the north entrance.
Yeah.
And didn't get very far from there. So,
We did not.
however, you have the ability to travel. So we're going to the museum.
Yes.
Okay. You arrive in the middle of the museum. That is the thing I didn't draw yet, so we're gonna just work on that real quick.
Picked the one thing.
Yep.
You didn't think I'd pick.
No, I should have anticipated this. Okay, where is the thing? Oh no, here it is. Okay, the star drift. Exactly.
Just having a nice day at the museum. It's
Yeah.
gonna be fine.
Yeah, museums. It never goes wrong at a museum.
Mm-mm.
Nope.
It's daytime. It's not night at the museum.
It's not night at
Yeah,
a museum.
yeah, exactly.
I mean,
Is it?
Brandon Fraser has had a not great time at museums in the daytime, right?
I mean, yeah, I guess
Well,
you're
this
gonna
is
be like
true.
that about it. Mhm.
Arguably, things turned out fine for him.
Yep.
In the end,
Yeah.
yes, you were right.
Okay. You arrive, and let's see. I'm gonna just try to doodle a little bit here while I'm gonna talk and draw. And we're just gonna see how that goes.
Good luck.
It'll probably be okay.
Yeah.
Probably
Yeah.
okay.
Probably okay.
Probably okay.
Does this? Let's see. Oh, is that on the GM layer? Maybe on the map layer. Ah, yes. Okay. Good. Now, am I editing the right one? Yes. Okay. Whoops.
It's a new.
Nope. That's new.
You want it out?
Mm.
It just took him a second to realize that the door could only open so much if he didn't.
Oh.
Yeah. Fenris doesn't understand that he's a physical object that takes up space.
That
Yeah.
explains a lot.
Notice that.
Just open the door.
Just open the door. I don't need to move. You could just open the door.
I see you open the door all the time. Why are you being like this?
To be fair, I would give almost anything to be able to become intangible. Like,
Oh yeah.
yeah, like I love direct lines, and it pains me when architecture makes you take meaningless out of your direction moves.
You could just go through the
So, like, if
wall.
I could just
As the crow flies every time.
every time, oh my gosh,
Yeah.
nothing. And if I could extend that to things that I also touch, to like get in my car, point towards home, and just drive on a beeline.
Mm.
I feel like teleportation would be.
Oh, that's obviously the ideal.
Yeah.
That's
Teleportation's the ideal.
the ideal.
Um.
As long as you don't think about it too scientifically, as I tend to do with powers.
Yeah. Magic, not science, for
Yeah.
teleportation.
Yeah.
It would have to be because otherwise, then
This always happened
displacement-
with Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah, all kinds of other.
Well, you would deafen all of your friends, right? Like as your physical mass leaves, it would leave a gap, and then all of the molecules come
yeah.
crashing in. So every time you left, the place where you just were would be like the loudest thunder you've ever heard.
Like it's sonic boom every time you
It's
leave.
beyond a sonic boom. Like
Yeah.
it would deafen everybody in a like even nearby radius.
So I think it trades the air in that space with the air.
Yeah,
It would
because you
have to.
do
It would
have
have
to
to.
just like you
Yeah.
are teleportation is
Mm.
definitely an exchange. It always
Mhm.
has to be an exchange because otherwise,
Well, sonic boom on this end,
like matter for matter.
and like the mass expulsion of
almost
them
an explosion.
would just
yeah.
create heat.
It was,
That would
yeah,
just
like a pressure.
the area
wave,
around would
yeah.
be pressure and heat, but that's
Yeah.
less destructive.
Yeah. Okay. Well, anyway.
Okay, back to it. I
so
was buying time.
If
Sorry.
you refresh your map, you should see a big gray circle.
Refreshment.
Refresh map.
There we go. It's so big and gray.
Yeah.
All I'm seeing is just gray, sir.
Yeah. You zoom
You
out a
have to
little
zoom
bit.
out.
out. It's a big gray circle.
Oh,
Why
Why
real
won't it
big.
let me
Real
put-
big.
So we're
There.
all going down to the middle here.
Hello?
Ignore whatever else is on there. Okay, I've moved everyone to the middle, I think.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a
Do we need to
like it
be?
plays an ad now.
Do we need to be aware of the entire circle at once, or are we okay to kind of zoom in on where we are?
Yeah, you could zoom in a bit.
Okay.
So
It just takes
can you
forever.
see there's a very soft like gray circle within a gray circle?
Within a gray
No.
square?
Oh, maybe it's not
just
on your layer.
solid.
No, I'm just seeing it's solid circle and a.
Oh no, it's not on your layer. Okay. Change to token layer or no map layer. There we go. Oh, it's
Oh, there
the
it
wrong
goes.
color. Okay.
That circle is big.
Shit.
It's so big.
It's real big.
We're so small.
Or we're just in a big world.
Okay. What did I do? Map layer? Yeah.
Oh,
Oh.
Oh.
the reveal.
No, I copied too many things from the previous map. So we're just gonna tidy that up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then this circle, I need to make
Now
sure
we're in
it's
the void.
on
Yeah.
the top. I know.
This is what it feels like in a bag of holding.
Like it's so much easier when I could just draw on a mat, you know.
Yeah.
But like,
Yeah.
there's no way to fit a mat in here, and so anyway, we have a you arrive in this like circular entryway, and you know like this is where everybody arrives, right? When you come from Candlekeep or whatever, like this is the primary entrance place of when you park your. Well, nobody just flies up here. You always come in from Candlekeep. So you come into Candlekeep through the library, and then if you want to go to the museum, you go to the museum. So the portal to Candlekeep is in the library. And that so briefly, you all saw the library as you were, well, whoever went down there to evacuate people.
Mhm.
Did a brief visit to the library, came back. But the museum has it is somewhat dusty. It looks like some things are broken. The welcome desk is shattered.
dusty, sorry.
It's just like broken pieces of wood and stone and whatever. There's some kind of burn marks on the floor. And the sort of ambient lighting that you can't really see where it's coming from is flickering a little bit.
Okay.
We would have to have the strobe warning on the episode. But it's not consistent, right? It's like and then it's just on for a little bit and then tink tink tink, you know, like that
Yeah.
what is that? The like xenon light sort of thing that's you know, so there's a bit of that. It sounds like maybe there's water running or dripping somewhere.
Hmm.
Which that might be a feature. But you're here, you can see for this immediate circle. All right, let's put that in the middle. It's middle-ish. Then we're gonna do bring to front, and I better change the color of that a little bit. Let's make it this. And then this can go behind it. All right. Everyone can see the updated map, right?
Mhm.
The light blue in the middle. Is that showing the grid line?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, not inside the
Yeah.
light blue, but
Oh,
that's
that's
fine.
like
It's kind of the same color.
the same color, I bet. Maybe I can make it more transparent. I don't know how to do that right now. That's fine.
I mean, do we need to be able to see the grid lines right
Well, we
there?
might need to.
But if we use the ruler to tell us how far we're moving anyway, as we move.
Because, like,
Oh, yeah, that's
there
much
it
better.
goes.
Yeah, now we can see
now
them.
we can see them.
Oh, there
Oh,
we go.
even
there,
better.
there we go. Okay, so it's just denoting the entrance area. It's not actually blue. The floor here you can see is polished. Like this was carved from the inside of the asteroid and is preserved as this beautifully like shine to a polish. Something between black marble and hematite, right? So if those stones were able to be, and I think hematite's a metal, so that doesn't make a lot of sense, but if you can picture that, it's a sort of glimmering, iridescent, when you polish this material down to a shine, you get this sort of effect. And then the ceiling is intentionally left a little bit rough. You can see some of the scallops of, like, we did a whole bunch of shape earth in here, right? And there's sort of a distinctive shape to that spell, right? Because it only goes so far, and so you're like shape earth, shape earth, shape earth.
So it's like waves.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah, you can see these like where it's scalloped out parts of it, and modern magical architects can use that to their advantage. Like it's a design thing that they could do. So yeah, there's this artfully done scallop in the ceiling, and the light seems to come from this like every time you go to look for it, it like sneaks behind one of these little scallop things, and there are a number of. So the edge of this, our blue circle here on the map that audience, don't worry, you can't see, it's not important. The edge of that is, there are a lot of like brochure stands, right? And things where you could like pick up the scroll that you need to go and look at this quarter of the museum, right? It's gonna like walk you through. You hold the scroll up and it fills with text of like what this display is about.
Like
right?
a magical guided tour.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Nice.
And so each one of these has a stand of these scrolls that you just pick up, use, and then put back when you're gonna leave. They only have like half a dozen on each quarter, right? So there's the northwest, the northeast, southeast, southwest, right? So if you just do like a diagonal cross section, there's these 4 big main sections.
Okay.
And then there are sections within sections, but the directly towards that there are these little sort of shelves with the scrolls, and otherwise right where you're standing are the remains of the welcome desk, which was itself a little circle that, like, a little round that the greeters would stand in, and it was probably another like automated image or something like that, but it's not here. And actually no, there is this wreckage of the welcome thing and this animated image, sort of like, it's like a step up from minor illusion, right? It's this person, let's say, a tall male elf, not exactly looks like Jaden, but seems like thematically similar yet legally distinct. And just opens his arms wide. Welcome to the museum. Over here we have, and he just described some different regions of what things you might find in the Underdark, right? We have like the slithering section and the the edibles, and there's like, the way this museum is laid out, it was created by a madman. It is organized by things that slither, things that you can eat, things that you can, which includes things you can't eat, right? But they're in the same section.
Eat or don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And let's see, what else? The sort of like natural environments, right? Like air and water and like things, like includes toxins and smokes and things like that. And then the last section is mega flora and fauna, which is just exceptionally large animals and or plants. So, yeah, that's kind of what we're talking about.
Any idea if any of these brochures will lead us to the exhibit that we need to find?
There's only one way to find out.
I'm sorry. So the blue area is the part that's lit up.
Yeah, so the inner area of the blue area, so like the inside sort of 8 squares inside the blue circle, the innermost, is where that welcome desk should have been. Well, not even 8 squares, it'd be like 4 squares across, right? And then the blue area is just welcome area. Get your scroll, get a snack.
So what's beyond the blue?
So the blue is exhibits, right? So big open hallways and all kinds of stuff that, the lights are flickering. It's a little hard to tell. Dark vision is helpful here, but the flickering aspect of the lights is fucking with dark vision a little bit.
Well, can I, Ezthe, would you mind if I saw your weapon for just a moment?
Okay.
I want to just make a little light for us, if that's all right.
Oh, that's fine.
I
mean, I can.
cast light on Esthe's weapon, so for the next hour it glows with a bright light.
Okay.
So you can
Oh,
literally
nice.
the charge like a flashlight.
Oh yeah. Why wouldn't you cast it on your weapon?
Because Esthe likes to go in the front.
Oh, okay.
I could also go in starry form.
And that, you would just sparkle.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're gonna have a lot of light.
We
could
got
all
light if
have
we
light.
need it.
We
Yeah.
could all have light.
Yeah.
Okay. So, that's fine. You are well enough lit. Let's see. So yeah, these are the
Actually, can I retcon that really
yeah,
quickly?
yeah.
I asked permission to touch you, and I touch your cape since you have a shining, glowy cape. I feel like that would be yes, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yep. And then that way, like, because I know like you like the starry form, so like if you're gonna be starry form, and your body isn't, but your cape for sure as hell is.
Nice. Oh. Well, I definitely have to add this to the act if we ever go back to the circus.
Yes.
Let's see. I'm just gonna make a little note for myself. I don't have my document open yet. So let's see what I said. Okay, northeast was slithering things,
Mm-hmm.
which probably includes other animals too, like slither or not.
That's what I was like. What's the crossover between like slithering things and edible things? There have to be some slithering things that are edible.
Probably.
That's true.
Is it primarily slithery or is it
Yeah.
primarily
What is it?
edible?
What's the vibe?
What's the main thing? But I have been, so I just hadn't decided on all this because I just forgot that you might want to go to the museum today. But I've been racking my brain trying to organize the idea of this museum the way I think Jaden would have organized it. Or Hayden, excuse me.
Hayden, yeah.
Who's not exactly the same person Jaden is, you know. So Northwest was atmospheres, I think.
Environment and atmosphere. Yeah.
Environments. Southwest was edibles.
Or not.
It's opposite slithers, right? That's an important detail.
Yeah.
And then southeast is the mega
Things that are-
flora and fauna.
Things that are too big to be considered food, even if edible.
Yes.
Mm.
And even if they slither, their size is more important than the fact that they slither.
The mega is the important part.
This would drive Dion crazy.
Me too. I tried
The
to think of.
myconids are in mega, right? They're big.
So they're big mushrooms.
They're mega for mushrooms, but they're regular sized for sentient creatures.
But they're mega for mushrooms.
Well, we could say they definitely don't slither.
They don't
They don't
slither.
slither.
You should not
We
eat
wouldn't
them
call
without
them
their
edible.
consent.
They eat.
They eat.
They eat, yeah.
Is that also classified an edible at this point?
Probably no.
Oh, okay.
And also that the area that they're in is spores.
Ooh.
So it
Yeah.
could be in environments.
If we're thinking of where would Jaden put these, me now, Jaden, I would put them in environment because they create a vibe.
That makes sense. It's either that or they're big mushrooms, and we can just poke around if we're wrong.
Mm.
But also, I don't think that that's where we're supposed to be going right now.
Yeah, that's not what we're.
No, we're looking for the painting that Lucretius described, which doesn't seem to fit into any of these categories.
Well, if it's edible or not, that's an option. Or slithers or not.
The painting probably doesn't slither.
No.
What is
What-
the painting
what is
of?
the painting
I
of?
think
Oh,
it's probably what it.
Oh no. Could be anything.
Do you want to? I mean, I don't want to pressure you, but you've been remembering a lot since we've been here.
I could try to remember where the painting was. Maybe the scrolls will jog my memory. Because the scroll, like, does it fill in as you go?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it's not.
Like you sort of unroll it and aim it at a display, and
Uh-huh.
it tells you about the display.
Okay.
Do you remember anything about this painting?
That's a great question.
Let's roll history.
Okay. Pretty sure that's something I'm not good at. Correct.
Guidance.
Thank you.
Oh, and guidance.
What does it do again?
D4.
1d4.
Great. Oh, that's good guidance. That was a 4.
Nice.
Okay, so that is 12 plus 7, 19.
Oh, very good. Okay. So you're trying to remember what it was about this painting, or remember the painting at all?
Remember, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Some details of the painting so I could put it in a
Yeah.
classification.
So yeah, once you're here, and you're like, you remember, that you were here with Lucretius. You can't remember what you talked about or what the experience was, but you do remember this moment of like looking at the painting on the wall, and you're like, huh, that doesn't go there.
Oh, good.
Well, it was in the slither section,
Oh, okay.
right? And then you're also like, oh, well, it doesn't slither, so that's important.
Mm-hmm.
Things that don't slither.
Yeah.
You're pretty sure it's in the northeast section.
Okay. Okay. Do I remember what it looks like?
The painting?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about 6 feet tall, rectangular. It's in a portrait format.
Okay.
And it was like not a portrait in the sense that like the subject posed for the painting.
Mm-hmm.
Also because the person drew the Zodar as if it was like Captain Morgan on the deck of a ship.
It's like
Right.
a royal painting of a Zodar.
Yeah, like one leg up on the gunwale of the ship, and like they took some liberties with it, but you acquired this painting for the museum because the person who made it lost their mind,
Mm-hmm.
right? But in a sort of consensual magical interview, you realize that they had actually seen one.
Oh, okay.
Just the way they were processing it was not, they just were struggling.
They had a hard time.
Yeah.
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 I've met a Zodar. It was weird.
Yeah, and then if you take the wrong drugs and then see inside, I could see where that would lead to a bad trip.
Oh, see, I wasn't even reading drugs. I was about to say you're giving really big sort of Van Gogh vibes.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
Like I'm perceiving the world in a way that most people don't. And
Yeah.
my art is the performance of that.
Yeah. Yeah,
Mhm.
it's along that, like, the artist was trying to communicate something, right? But you can't remember what. You just remember, like, oh yeah, that was a weird interview. Right?
Yeah.
Because Barnabas had to do some sort of magic to, like, help him sort of calm down a little bit and like,
Focus.
be a little more coherent to have a
Mhm.
conversation. And then it got weird.
Yeah.
The conversation. So yeah. But
Okay.
it should be in the northeast section because that's not where it belongs.
Great.
You're welcome.
We're going to the slithering section.
Yes.
Hmm.
That is where I remember the painting being the last time I saw it. Because it doesn't slither.
That makes sense. Because it's not slithering.
Snakes, you said. You, Jason.
What?
Snakes. Snakes,
Snacks.
you said.
What?
Hmm.
Danger noodles?
Friend shaped.
They like hugs.
So
Hello time.
I guess we should take this scroll
Mm-hmm.
just in case.
Well, it's probably, if it's, you would have said, well, that you remember, right?
Mhm.
If it's where it doesn't belong, I doubt the scroll will mention it, right? Or do you think it was categorized there on purpose?
Well, if it was on the wall, then it's an exhibit.
Okay. Okay, let's do it.
So the scroll might have information.
Okay,
It might not, but it's not very heavy.
Can't hurt.
And if we run into other things, it will tell us at least what those are.
This is true. All right, to the Slytherin section.
Okay. So next time we have the museum, I'll have this more fleshed out. But we go to the northeast section, and we'll theater of the mind a little bit in that there are sort of winding pathways, right? That you're going through. If I were to put it on here, it would look like a maze from a magazine in the 90s, that like, or even now, like the kids maze at a restaurant, on the table. It looks like that sort of thing. Not quite as obtuse. It's definitely for like a little kid. Like, it's not meant for you to get lost, right? But it is meant to sort of embody this sort of labyrinthine idea, and it makes the space feel a little bit bigger. Kind of like what not IHOP, IKEA.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah,
Two very different eyes.
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But I had to get the bad one out first. That's the way my brain works. It was blocking, right? I had to like get that out of the way, and then the good thing could come out.
Mhm, like a
Um,
vending machine.
Yeah, thank you. That's somebody understands. Doesn't make sense.
My brain also
No,
works like that.
I was gonna
It's
say,
like when you.
what kind of Russian roulette vending machines are you using?
Well, it's like the
I'm from Baltimore.
the gachapon machine
Yeah, yeah,
where you have the little bowls, and if you keep
Yeah.
putting coins in, eventually you'll get the thing you need.
Yeah.
But you have to go through all the other ones first.
Get a weird one.
So anyway, you're wending your way through this maze-esque thing. Like, you're not lost, right? Is what I mean to say.
Meandering.
Yes. You're making your way through, and there are some of the exhibits are intact, some of them are broken, some are knocked over, and one of them, well, I need everybody to roll perception. Unless,
Perception.
does anybody have a passive perception higher than 18? I can answer that myself.
I have
No.
17.
Oh, 17? Okay, now you'll have
That's
to roll.
really good.
It's very perceptive.
13.
Yeah, I've gone through and made notes of everything that can't hide better than 17. I'm like, okay, just tell Jaden that's here.
13.
Okay. It is
What are we
DC
doing?
18.
Oh.
What kind of check are we doing?
Perception?
Okay.
No. I got 16.
The dice don't like me today.
Wait,
15.
you have guidance.
Okay.
Oh, I do have
You
guide.
probably still have guidance for a minute, yeah? What's the last? A minute? 10 minutes?
10 minutes, I think. Let me check. Oh, no, just a minute.
Okay.
So that's a no. On the
Yeah, you can
guidance?
do one more.
Oh, okay. 19.
Oh, all right. Great.
Just made it.
So as you're going, you see one exhibit that's definitely been sort of tipped over, and you're like, "Wait, is that it is a Behir egg."
Oh, one more time?
So a Behir, Behir. Now your character may not know what these are. We're gonna have to do a knowledge check in a second, but and Jaden, you're even not sure. You're like, "Oh, a Behir egg," but you're like, well, I don't remember what that is. Like, I didn't remember the name,
Yep.
right? And you remember caution. Like, don't let this get broken because we don't know if it's a live egg or not, right?
That sounds like a thing I
There
would do.
was
Yeah.
no way to find out. Like, even detect like it's the way the egg is made. Like, you can't tell if it has baby Behir inside.
Okay.
The egg is about 3-4 feet tall.
The egg.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. And this wasn't in the big creature section.
Well, it's the little.
It's small for now.
And, Behir
And it's just
lizard.
an egg.
Once it hatches, it could go a
Okay,
big
so
fauna.
now I need to know that now that Jaden has said, "Oh, a Behir egg," if anybody wants to roll history or Arcana, we don't have like a dungeoneering skill, do we? That's really what we need. No, they got rid of that.
I've got
That's fine.
nature.
Nature would be fine. Yep.
Okay.
I
This
mean,
is something
Arcana?
I may have heard about or encountered on
yeah,
my
yeah.
sojourn into the place.
Is it? I have pretty high Arcana, but I don't know if this is something Gralen.
Oh.
Unless maybe like if there's stories about it in a religious text.
Yeah, I mean
Okay.
there are enough like. Yes.
Also, can you point the scroll at it?
Oh yeah, I got a 22 on
Okay,
my
good.
nature though.
Good.
I got a 19.
Oh, good. This DC is lower too. It's like DC 15.
Oh, I even got it because
Oh,
I got
okay.
a 16.
Okay, so it's because once you know the name of it, like the egg is not super distinctive. It's kind of pretty. It's a not white. It's like a beige with this blue speckle and like blue traceries, kind of like veins. It looks more like veins than anything else. It's not literally pulsing veins or anything, but it looks like a marble sort of effect. It's not glowing. It doesn't do anything, but it's been tipped off of it has like a base that it sat, the like fat end on the bottom and it tapered up at the top, and it's supposed to be sitting like that under a light. And what caught your eye was like the light, and you could see the bottom of the egg because it had tipped over out of its thing. And you remember like there's supposed to be a velvet rope up and a sign that says like, please don't touch the Behir egg because we don't know if it's live or not. And the scroll is giving you this like, and it's showing you what the egg is supposed to look like. It's like the egg you're looking at is the egg of a Behir adult. So all of you have come across stories of the Behir. They are a large creature in that they tend to take up about 10 feet of space at a time, right? A 2x2 square. But if you like stretched it out, it's probably 15 or 20 feet long, right? It just, they sort of coil up and they're all weird. And so they're just classified as a large creature, even though they're quite long. And they are essentially a snake with 12 legs, all right? This was almost on one of my lines, but I looked at it enough and I was like, it's okay. I can look at this.
It's akin to like how most mythologies depict like a basilisk.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But 12 legs.
Right.
And that they are a lightning focused thing. Like their bites are electrifying. They can spit lightning. And let's see, did somebody roll over 20? Okay.
Me.
So your friend would probably be interested, and I want to hear how you explain this to Ezthe.
Okay.
The best theory anybody has is that the giants bred these on purpose to battle the dragons.
Okay.
In the like ancient times, like the reason there is a giant bone graveyard is because of this war between the giants and the dragons, right? And that like Tiamat got banished to hell, and Bahamut was like, I'm the representative of the good dragons, and it almost came out as Arnold Schwarzenegger, and why not Bahamut?
Sure.
Like, I am the representative of the good dragons. It's good enough.
No, it's the pronunciation. I always thought it was Bahamut. I thought the U was a.
Umlaut?
Oh, I
Yeah.
don't think it's an umlaut.
No, I'm not saying it was.
Yeah.
That's just how my brain.
No, if it is,
never
you're
heard it.
right. But I don't recall.
I don't think so.
I don't
Okay.
think so.
Or at least, let me put it this way: that it has never been in my experience. Like, no, I've never seen it, but also most of my experience seeing Bahamut written out is in Final Fantasy, which is not an accurate source.
Sure. Okay. So, you recall that, and like it's probably not a good idea to leave it on its side. Who knows how long it's been tipped over, right?
Mm-hmm.
Probably not more than 3 weeks, but
How heavy is the egg?
there's no weight listed. You want to try and move it?
If Jaden says we should pick it up, I was going to try to mage hand it. considering we've already established
I'm
this.
looking at my spell list.
The scroll goes on to explain, even though, like, please don't touch it because we don't know. However, you have nothing to worry about. Storing the egg in the upright position assures that it is unable to hatch.
Mage hand.
So I believe Mage Hand is able to move about 10 pounds.
Up to 10 pounds.
This thing is definitely more than 10 pounds. So
Okay.
like, just
Alright.
looking at it easily, like, it is an egg that you cannot reach your arms around.
I know about these. These.
You do?
Yeah, the giants bred them as warriors against the dragons in their Great War. There's like 3 sagas about it.
That's so cool.
They're amazing. We should definitely hatch it and take it with us.
Friends,
We should keep it.
the scroll said not to leave it on its side. Can we upright this thing really quick, and then we can finish this conversation? Can we upright
But
this
if we
thing?
hatch it and then it will imprint upon us and
How-
we can have it as a friend.
Do you know that will happen? Or are you assuming that will happen?
There's this story.
Can we lift it up and then have this conversation?
We can
Fine.
always tip it over again
can tip it
if
over
we
again.
decide to hatch it.
But for now, can we just pick it up?
Fine.
Okay.
All right.
You realize that
For the benefit of the audience, will everyone read off their strength scores again?
I was about to say 10.
Uh-huh.
8.
Uh-huh.
8.
Uh-huh. That's
Listen,
okay. It's
listen,
not...
listen.
Wait,
I
we
successfully hit something.
We have a strong woman with us.
Oh, Zora
Zora.
goes with you. Yeah, of course. All right. And I was going to say, it's more than 10 pounds, but it's not like it's 500 pounds. You know, it's just like,
Yeah.
just need to lever it back up. And Zorg is just watching the exchange of like this debate about Behirs. She's like, well, if you say so. Okay.
We could have it could fight for us. It would
Okay.
be amazing.
I'm going to make a strength check for her with advantage since there's nothing like attacking you or doing anything right now.
They're incredibly loyal.
The two of you, the stories you've heard are about the violent, capricious hunting that they do, with apparently no sense, like nobody understands why they do what they do, and apparently they're like borderline intelligent.
Cool.
But maybe not. It's just their intelligence is alien to us, and they're terrifying predators, right? They just kill.
Right.
We don't know of them building any societies or, even like they even are like live by themselves for the most part.
The great warrior Lutog was on a mission to infiltrate the dragon camp and got captured. And her Bahir slaughtered everything between it and Lutog to free her.
We're not giants, though, and
But it's just a baby.
everything I've heard about these things outside of your giant stories is horrible murder.
So Zorug goes over to the, the smaller end of it, it's egg shaped, right?
Mhm.
And is sort of struggling to like get a grip on it, and but then finally like manages to get under it, like gets her, back under it, and like is standing it up, right,
Uh-huh.
onto the thing. She got a 14 on the DC 15 check.
Oh no.
Wait. Can I help her?
How? Because she already had advantage.
No, not on her roll. Can I be physically helping her, but not with my body, since there's floating disc, which can hold 500 pounds?
Oh,
Oh.
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, you want to spend a spell slot on that?
Oh, I can't ritual cast it, huh? I only know it's a ritual spell.
Oh, yeah, you don't have 10
I
minutes.
don't have 10
to,
minutes to do that because she's in the middle struggling.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
Okay.
I tried.
I'll help her if she looks like she's having a problem.
So the problem is she kind of overbalances it and like stands it up, is like, all right, got it, and doesn't realize it's like tipping over the other way.
Oh
So
no.
do you want to do a strength check?
Sure.
Okay, you don't have DC 15, you have DC 12.
And I'm going to guidance you as you go to get it.
Yeah. Probably didn't occur to you to guidance Zora. You're like,
Right.
yeah, she can lift that thing up. She had a bad luck roll, I'm afraid.
Okay, so that's a 7 and a 7 and a 1, which is 15.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, you steady it at the top, and everything's quiet.
I'm just saying, we could raise it, it will love us, we will love it. Undying devotion.
Again, you are
Destroy our enemies.
I don't want to fight a Bahir.
No one's gonna find anything.
you are assuming that it will love us and adore us, and that its killer instincts won't turn on us when we are not the giants whom it was bred by.
Yeah, but like it doesn't know them. It's not hatched yet.
I would like not to take that risk.
We got a lot of unfriendly things on this Athenaeum.
Exactly. Imagine how cool it would be to have a Bahir fighting with us against all of the unfriendlies.
That would be very cool. I also feel like it's not very likely.
We can try.
Let's put a pin in this. The egg is not going anywhere.
But you never know what we're gonna come up against. We could have such an amazing thing on our side. And I'm going to roll a persuasion.
Well, that's okay, but I mean, the players get to decide whether the persuasion hits
I would
or not.
like
but
to.
That's fine.
I would like
that's fine.
to.
We'll get a sense of how well Ezthe makes their point. I'm also rolling something else. Don't worry about it.
Oh, good.
Oh, I got doubles too. Okay, I need everybody to make a DC 21 perception check.
Oh,
Hmm.
Oh, wait, how good was your persuasion roll?
It was a 17 plus 7.
Oh, that's a very compelling argument. Okay, noted.
You have compelled Gralen to feel bad about still saying no. Like, I don't want to hurt my friend, but I don't want to do this. What are we doing? Perception?
DC 21 perception check.
Perception.
Guess I could crit on this maybe.
Yeah.
That's
I
not
didn't.
going to do it.
Nope.
No?
18.
14.
Hmm.
12.
I always forget who is Jaden is tall,
Yes.
like 6'2".
Yeah.
Okay, Ezthe.
Almost 6 foot.
Yeah, okay.
Around the 6 foot mark.
Okay, but Jaden's a little taller than Ezthe. Oh wait, Zorg's taller than you.
Yes.
Shit.
Hmm.
Oh, I should roll her perception check. Come on, baby. That ain't it. That's a single digit.
Uh-oh.
That's not gonna do it. Oh no. Oh, well, I forgot that she's proficient in perception, but that 11 is not gonna do it.
Imagine someone rolled worse than I did.
Yeah. Yeah. She got like a 7 on the dice, and then +2 from wisdom, and then well, I guess she got a 12. She got a 12. I just didn't bother doing the math because I was like, nope, that is a long ways away. Okay. So then, okay. So also this perception check is we're not going to have a surprise round. It was just like nobody gets to intervene with what's about to happen, and then we're going to roll initiative.
Okay.
Let's see. I think I still have to roll to hit, but I get advantage on Zorog. Yeah. Okay. Oh, wow. Yep. Okay. So the 4 of you, or it is just 4 of you, right? I haven't forgotten anyone this time?
No.
No.
I think
Four
that's
of us.
it.
Okay. Zorog is next to the egg. Ezthe's on the other side of the egg. You two are sort of opposite them. The 4 of you are just sort of looking at each other, having a normal conversation, right?
Mhm.
Then the 3 of you see Zorog kind of look up over Jaden's shoulder, because I'm gonna say you two are opposite each other, right?
Yeah.
Looks up over Jaden's shoulder, is like, huh? And then, boom, this massive, what seems like just a massive Ixit, right? The Ixits you've seen were the size of a, serving platter at best, This one is is like 10 feet across.
Oh.
Okay? Is a large creature. And it goes flap around Zorug and has her grappled. Has to take some damage. 10, 12, 15 damage to Zorug. And yeah, you can hear Zorug's muffled, like, not cries, but like angry grunts.
Just in case, Zorug's max HP would also be plus 15.
Oh,
From the
good.
aid.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll note that on here. Thank you. So let's roll initiative.
Okay.
Let's do it. I have to pick different die. Okay, you guys are done.
Wait, I don't have to roll ass initiative every time?
Oh, you gave it to me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, real bad. Real
That
bad.
is great.
Oh.
No. Well, I got an
Rude.
18 on that one.
Oh, well, you still go before me. I got a 15 and I'm feeling great about it.
Well, I've been feeling pretty badly, so I feel like
Okay, so 18 is Ezthe. Anybody between 18 and 15?
Nope.
Oh, okay. 15 is Flap Flap.
flap flap.
I did worse than you, I bet. So go ahead.
12.
Under 12.
7.
Whoa!
Oh.
Your dice are mad.
Yeah, those two went away.
is Jaden.
Angry.
7 is Gralen. And then, Flap Flap. I didn't. No,
Flap Flap,
I
you
did
did.
roll Flap
Flap
Flap. I
Flap is
didn't roll
15.
Zora. She does get a turn to try to get out of this every round. Zora gets, I think she's -1 initiative. Oh, +2 initiative. That's right. Okay. She has -1 dexterity, but gets a bonus to initiative.
Oh,
Really
not
quickly, can I
bad.
just do this?
Yeah.
Gralen's initiative is so bad because it flies in and gets Zorug at Zorug's face level,
Yeah.
which is like a full 4 feet above
Oh,
Gralen.
no.
Yeah.
Oh,
And so, like,
no.
I'm not looking up that high to even recognize what's happening
Right.
until everybody else has already acted and responded. Like, I'm still in the middle of, like, I really don't want to do this.
Yeah, you're like, dude, and you kind of like look down at the floor for a second. You're like, look, I'm just trying to make my point. And then,
then,
literally over your
Oh,
head.
yeah, like completely over my head.
Yep. Okay, so she's gonna go right after Jaden, also on 12. Okay, Ezthe, you're first on 18.
Okay, well then I'm gonna go for the old one too,
Mhm.
and cast Sorcerous Burst
Mhm.
on this guy, and this is acid damaged,
Okay. Oh, well, that's okay.
and then
Hold on.
Mhm.
Everybody do his nature check.
Nature check.
this is really not my bag.
Okay.
Mine either.
12.
Oh, dice, why are you mad?
Okay.
11.
I think I need.
14.
I have not rolled higher than an 11 on the die today.
They're saving them.
Yeah, I'm gonna call it
Saving it up.
DC 13. What did
I got
everyone
14.
get? 14.
11.
Else?
That was a
You were one
13
higher.
minus 1, so
Yeah, 12.
12.
Okay. So Jaden, you will recall and can shout out however you want to, that the it's injuring the cloaker while it's wrapped around somebody will relay some of that damage to the person it's trapped.
Okay.
Like there's no safe way to get around it.
Yeah.
So I mean, it might just be necessary, right? But yeah.
I think he would tell you guys that, like, careful damaging it that will also hurt Zorug.
Okay, but If we heard it enough, it'll let her go.
Yes.
Right?
Yes, but she might be gravely injured, which is a bad thing.
Okay, what happens if I ensnare the thing? If I
Oh.
restrain a thing that is grappling someone else?
They would both be restrained.
Oh.
But I mean, it would still have the restrained effect.
I mean,
Also, you can anybody just on your, since you're looking at this situation of Zora like cocooned in this nasty flap. It
I don't like that for some reason.
I know it's unpleasant, right? Like it's the worst way to describe this creature.
No, it makes it more friend-shaped.
You want to see a
Disagree.
do you want to see a picture
no
of him?
disagree.
Kinda.
It's a big flap, therefore it is a big friend. Aww,
Not friends.
we're hugging.
You're talking to the wrong person.
This side of the table feels like you just made a more compelling argument for
You
friendship.
gave it a cute name. Now
Uh,
I'll pat it on the head.
For viewers, I'm using the image of a cloaker. This is not exactly a cloaker, but it looks enough like one.
Okay, well then I am going to cast Compelled Duel on it.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay, rather than the Sorcerer's Burst.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Compelled to.
That's great.
Yeah.
So it needs to make a Wisdom saving throw,
Okay.
DC 15.
Oh, I don't think that's. What's my Wisdom save? Oh, pretty close. No, I got a 13.
Be here today, yawn tomorrow.
Yeah.
It is drawn to me compelled by 9 divine command. It has disadvantage on attack rolls against creatures other than me, and must make a wisdom saving throw every time it attempts to move to a space that is more than 30 feet away.
Okay. But otherwise, it's just going to try to attack you.
That's the idea.
Okay.
Chad, don't give Jason fun ideas.
If a creature, so the thing about this that we didn't realize before is the spell ends if a creature friendly to me damages the target or casts a harmful spell on it.
Oh, okay.
And you're going first.
Well, they could buff you,
Yep.
but that's good to know. Yeah.
Come to me, friend.
Yeah.
Come.
Yeah, you see, like you couldn't even really tell where this thing started or began or ended or whatever. Like, but then the top mound of flap, like, peels up. These eyes, these like beady blue, glowing blue eyes, like makes eye contact with you, and eyes get wide and then narrows, and it looks angry. And I think it's his turn.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 15 is flap. You're right, that is a cute name. Okay. It releases Zorug and heads towards you. Zorug is not going to take an attack of opportunity. But it is going to try to attack you. And if it hits, you're automatically grappled. Okay. Well, that's only a 12.
Yeah, no, that's not
Okay.
gonna.
He only gets the what is his actions? He gets okay, yeah, he only gets one attached, but then he gets 2 tail attacks. So this thing is hovering. It's like swoops towards you. It feints. It's trying to like fake you out to get past your sword and wrap you up, but you're able to fend it off. And then the people behind you, Jaden and Gralen, are gonna get tail strikes.
Okay.
The people behind the cloaker, not behind you. Sorry.
Then it'll get disadvantage on them.
Yes. Yeah. Okay, Jaden. That is 14 to hit you?
Nope.
Nope. Okay, Gralen.
Good luck.
No. Nothing. Okay. Great. That is Jaden's turn.
Ooh. Okay.
It is not currently wrapped around anyone, so
Great. Let's see. I didn't think I was gonna go yet, so I wasn't planning what to do.
The issue with Compelled Tool is this is a lot of text in this thing.
with what?
This is just a lot of text for this one spell. And then
What spell?
Compelled Duel.
Oh, yeah.
So I had missed that thing before because it's like nestled amongst 3 other things
I
in the
know.
last paragraph.
Yeah. It's they have to player proof the spells because of how people will try to abuse every rule. Yeah.
Okay. I am going to cast Guiding Bolt.
Mm.
Hit it,
Great idea.
please. Okay.
What level?
2.
Okay.
Let's cast spell slot. I have to roll to hit, right?
Mhm.
Guiding Bolt. Is it
I think it's +7.
+7? Oop. That was an 8. Okay, that is 16 plus 7 is 23.
23 hits.
Okay.
Just no, kidding.
What are you giving me?
Oh, damage?
Do you need a bunch of
You
dice?
need
Oh, I need
5d6, right?
5d6. I got 5d6.
Oh, you got 5 already?
Thank you, though.
Cool.
I thought it was 46. Or are you
Second
casting at
level?
level 2?
Yeah,
Okay.
level 2 is 5. Okay, we're gonna go for you guys. Do a good job. They didn't do a good job.
So
They
many
did a very
twos.
consistent job, but not good.
It's so many
Is
twos.
it a good Yahtzee roll?
I don't know, because I don't know how to play Yahtzee.
Oh, Yahtzee's so good. I'm going to show
The
you.
problem is, it's a good Yahtzee roll. It's not the best Yahtzee roll. Unfortunately, it's a Yahtzee roll for twos.
I got 4 2s and a 1.
Oh.
And 4 of a kind is a good Yahtzee roll.
4 kinds of the Yahtzee
Yeah,
roll?
that's a tough roll.
So
Um,
9,
Yahtzee
it
is so
sounds like
loud.
9 damage.
9 radiant damage.
9 radiant.
Yes. And the next attack roll has advantage on it.
Okay, so I want to be clear. It is not vulnerable to radiant,
Okay.
but it is very unhappy. All right, and you have its attention. Now it's still also compelled, right? You've compelled.
No.
Oh no, that's right. It breaks because we've done damage to it now.
Yeah.
And it whips around, just hissing, and you can see it exists in darkness, right? And there's
Mhm.
like shadow peeling away from it, and it's very unhappy.
It's gonna be less unhappy because I'm about to go starry form.
Yeah.
It doesn't want to look at that.
So that are you going story form now?
Yeah.
Okay, as your bonus
That's
action.
my bonus action, yeah.
All right. And do you want to use a move action?
Yeah, I would like to move away from it.
Okay. Oh, let me I'll update the map a little bit here as we're going. Where's my guy? He's up here. Whose turn is it? It is Zorik's turn. Never mind. I'll update the map in a second. We'll use our imaginations. Okay. We're going to yeah, she gets her scythe out. We're gonna take a big swing. That is a hit. And we're gonna roll D12. That's a little better. Yeah. So 13 damage. How much did you do again? Oh, you did 9.
9.
And what did 15 damage to it? That was. Oh no, Zora took 15.
Took 15.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zora, and then flat. Took 9 plus what did I say? 13.
Yeah.
22. Okay. And okay, that's Zorik's turn. It's Gralen's turn.
If
Oh wait, sorry, she gets multiple attacks. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, no worries.
Yeah, that'll hit. That is not a number. Oh, it's an 11. 11 plus 4 is 15. Another 15 damage.
Nice.
Okay.
If I do a spell that causes a save, it will not use the guidance and leave the guidance on the creature, right?
Zorag should have used it. It's
Oh,
been
Zork
used
used
up.
it anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, then it doesn't matter.
Oh, well, let me make sure she didn't crit, because one of these is a 10. No.
Okay. Yeah, no, it's no point. I am going to try to command this thing then instead.
Okay.
And command grovel. Split it. Because I say it's next, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Perfect. Command grovel. First level.
Well, I'll just remind you, turn 0 is next, in which I have made liberal use of in the past.
You have. But that doesn't change what I'm doing.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's to make a wisdom save.
Okay. I'm okay with those. 16? You 17, DC? Fuck off.
All I wanted was to be controlled.
All right, grovel?
Grovel.
Okay.
It is prone.
Okay. Yeah. It lands on the ground. It's taking up this sort of 10-foot space. Lowers itself to the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Ezthe and Zorak, you two are on either side of the egg, right?
Mm-hmm.
Are you keeping track of the egg in your movements?
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't want to hurt it because it could be a friend in any second now. It could be a friend.
Okay. Let's do a dexterity saving throw. And you can do it with advantage because Zorag is sort of on your team with making sure it doesn't fall over because Zorag doesn't want it to open either.
I mean, I want it to open, but I mean, so that's 17.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
hate to say it, but you could fail on purpose and let it fall.
Well,
I mean, but y'all have expressed discomfort.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I've made a very persuasive argument that we'll pick back up after we're done dealing with the flap.
right.
Gotcha.
Right. So it's just that it there was so much air movement from this thing, like and like flapping to the ground, slamming to the ground. It's a pretty solid body, right? Like it's maybe 18 inches thick in the middle, right? And then it's like a manta ray out to the sides, this long ass tail, and the tail sort of like wrapped around the base that the egg is on. Not like it's not trying to grab it. It's just this big creature in this right next to an egg. But between you and Zorag, you managed to like, ooh, steady
No,
it.
hurt the baby.
That was the first turn 0. The second turn 0 is a chorus of screeches as some more of the small ones of these. So it turns out this is not a cloaker. It looks like a cloaker, and anyone would be forgiven for mistaking it for a cloaker. It is the giant Ixit. All right? Which, again, is supposed to be a water creature. It's supposed to be a number of things that's not this. And it now that it stops and grovels, you can see the tentacular the tentacles instead of mandible situation.
Mm-hmm.
But on turn 0, a squadron of these small size flaps, they're flip flaps.
Is it the tiny ones from before, or is it the small ones from the
small
research?
one from the research.
Okay.
Yeah, not the tiny ones.
They're flapjacks.
Yeah. The tiny ones are flips.
Flapjaps.
Yeah.
Flapjaps.
Yeah.
Flapjaps.
And flaps.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Got it.
Okay, so
That's
we
not
have the
alphabetical, and it disturbs me.
That's the part that disturbs me.
So yeah, 6 of these, the smaller Ixits, come swooping in from over the, shelves of displays and everything. Because this thing sort of made a squawk as it hit the ground, and all these little ones come in to save the mama. And do murder as a family.
As is tradition.
Yeah.
The family that murders together.
Yep. Okay. So we've got we're back at the top of the round. Ezthe.
Okay. Well, I am going to cast Firebolt on the groveling friend-shaped, but not friend.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm gonna go in for the and I'm gonna go in for the old one too.
Yeah.
So
Great.
You get like the prone. Don't forget you get the like as long as you're within 5 feet of it from attacks, you get advantage.
okay, great. Let's see if I crit.
Is that,
I mean, I'm not
Jason,
going
am I
to,
doing that right? Is that how that works?
Prone. It is prone, and you're next to it. You have advantage on the melee attack, not the firebolt attack.
Okay, so the other one was, I mean, it's still a 20 overall,
That's great. Yeah, that hits.
and that's 2d10.
So I'm just gonna use Brutus as Zorag today.
Rude.
I know.
Sorg deserves her own avatar.
Yeah, well, I don't have one. Okay, and then Jaden, I'm having you back. I don't know if everyone can see on the map there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no, I can, yeah.
You can zoom in a little bit, and then I'll add some small flaps.
Okay, so the firebolt only does 6 damage.
Oh wait, you can't see the flap, can you?
No.
No, we can't see any of the flaps.
Go to token layer.
Oh,
There it is.
there it is.
Hey, look at how cute it is.
That's a word. Not the one I would have used, but a one.
And that's a 19 to hit with the rapier.
Oops. Sorry. Yeah, that hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
8. So that's 7 plus 3 is 10 damage from the rapier.
10 damage. Okay.
And so that's, what did I say the other one was? The numbers, they just evaporate from my, I think it was 6 damage from the firebolt, and then, because it was a 1 and a 5. Yeah, so 6 damage from the firebolt, 10 damage from the rapier.
Okay. The big flap has taken 53 damage.
And then... Okay, yeah.
Flying in formation.
Hmm.
Da 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 da. Okay. So their turn was to show up. Right? All right. That was Ezthe's turn. It's Big Flap's turn. Oh, I should roll their own initiative. For Little Flaps, they're going to go on 14. Oh, that's concurrent with Big Flap. That's convenient.
Rude.
They lived in the ground. We could call them mud flaps.
Unfortunately, they do not.
Yep. Okay. So the Big Flap is only able to grovel,
Yeah, it ends its turn. You
Okay.
end your turn immediately.
and then the effect is over, right? It doesn't
Yeah.
have to save. It
No,
just
no.
ends.
Next turn, it can
Yeah,
act
okay.
freely, get up and act freely.
All right. So what we see is it sort of shakes us off, and its turn is like flapping to get up off the ground again.
Mhm.
As they go ahead and make the dexterity save. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to say this dexterity save uses your reaction. So you don't have to steady the egg. If you want Zorag to do it, that's fine. We can use Zorag's reaction, but you choose.
Yeah, let's use Zorg's reaction.
Okay.
And then,
But you're helping her, right? Like she can have
Yeah.
advantage. Yeah.
yeah.
It's getting up, but it's still effectively prone, right?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
doesn't get an action. It's
Okay.
just like, no, it's not prone anymore because that's. Oh, I guess at the end of its turn.
Because it ends its turn, it's
Yeah.
still prone.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, what we'll do is like, it needs more room to like be able to flap.
Right.
You know, like
That's what I'm saying. I just wanted to make sure, like,
Yeah.
it's effectively still prone until
it's just wriggling and trying to get up in the air again.
right.
Zorg steadies it with well, with dex save it would actually be -1, but it was still 17. She rolled a 18, -1.
Nice.
I always like big fighters having a -1 dexterity as like, yeah, I took an arrow to the knee, you know, or I got this tennis elbow, you know, like every once in a while I just like I can't be as precise as I want to be. Maybe I've been in so many fights, my hands are a little shaky, you know, it could be any number of things that are yeah.
It's like, look, I'm big. I hit it. I don't need to like train to like dodge because
Right.
it's just gonna fall down in front of me. So
Right.
what's the point?
Wait, Zorak has a -1 dex?
Yeah.
So like a terrible initiative.
Yeah.
It still goes before all like
Well, she gets +2 because of something for fighter.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
okay.
Because she got like +3 initiative for some, or maybe one of her feats or something. I don't remember how she got that. Maybe
Gotcha.
for being psionic.
Oh, okay.
But it's only a +2 because she has -1 from
Right.
Dex. But it's fine because she wears heavy armor and wouldn't get her Dex bonus anyway. So anyway, I like having stuff like that in there, like a stat that matters to you and is low. Like I don't know, I like that kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Like your low strengths come up all the time. Like
Mhm.
it's important, you know.
It is.
I couldn't lift that egg.
Yeah. Okay. So, Big Flap is trying to get up. Little Flaps. 3 of these are going to come to Jaden.
Rude.
Because you're right there.
Oh,
And
they
then
came in that way.
these 3 are going for Gralen.
Come on over.
Okay. Jaden, what's your AC?
17.
That's a hit.
Was that a d20 roll?
Yeah.
No, it isn't.
Oh,
Cosmic Woe. Let's subtract a d6 from that.
oh, okay. Yeah, that's definitely within range of making a miss.
Yeah,
They got, wait, what's your AC?
17.
Yeah, they got 18.
Okay.
So, it's like, roll a 2 or better, and it's...
4.
Okay, they miss.
Yeah.
Okay, the next one is... Wait, where's my... I keep looking to our studio monitor as if it's my second screen, and it is not my second screen.
Yeah.
Attack bonus. Yeah. Okay, that's 13 plus 5 is 18 again.
Okay, that one will hit.
Okay, and the third one, I'm just gonna do all the hits at once. That's a big miss.
Great.
9. Half of what the previous roll was.
Yay.
Okay, so then this little guy is gonna get a chomp. I think they're a D6 for melee. It's not too scary. It's some of the other stuff they can do. Yeah, that's 4 damage.
Oh no. I
Fear.
don't think I'm gonna make it, guys.
Can you heal me?
Oh, and you get to make a dexterity save.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
Get to. Well, here's the thing. The adult Ixit, you don't get a save versus this. It's trying to wrap around your head.
Oh, that's a 19 on the dice
Oh.
plus 3.
Well, yeah. You easily like, no, get away.
I don't want a hat. Get
Yeah.
out of here.
I just did my hair
Yeah.
this
Wait,
morning.
19 on the die? Not a crit?
Oh,
Yeah, it's a crit.
Yeah.
give me a D4 of damage.
Okay. Three.
Okay. Let's see. I have little Ixits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I need to do letters. A, B, C, D, E, F. Okay. So that's D. B, I mean. And you did 3?
Yeah.
Okay, 3 damage.
Did you bite it back?
He probably got like sharp jewelry that like caught the edge of a flap or something.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, you scraped him.
Don't wrap up the sparkle. No.
Mm-mm.
Yep. Yeah, they don't have a ton of hit points, these guys. Because they're little babies. Little monsters.
Tiny, angry, evil baby.
Yeah. It's also, yeah, you don't even need to do a nature roll for this. All of you, like, maybe this will occur to you later, but this is just free information. You're like, why are all the little ones infected? Or have the tentacles at least. Right? Like, that's not how we know Ceramorphosis to work. Like, unless there really were dozens of these worms for her to give to her babies.
That is weird.
But also there was that swarm of them that were tiny, teeny tiny, and they all had it.
Maybe they inherited it.
Just
Yeah.
That
gonna
seems
put that
terrible.
out there. That
If
is,
they're incubating,
it's an upsetting realization. So,
Yuck.
okay, that was
You-
3 of them.
Oh yeah.
Now it's Gralen's turn. Uh, 19.
Yeah.
Okay.
wait. So I am going to cast Silvery Barbs
Oh, as a reaction, yeah.
as a reaction. This is why I kept my reactions.
Hmm.
Um,
And that's why I wanted to be clear about communicating the dexterity save.
so you re-roll at and keep the lower roll.
Okay. What was the total I said?
19.
That was, I think, it doesn't say roll it with disadvantage.
No, it says the triggering creature must re-roll the d20 and use the lower roll.
Oh,
So you-
okay.
yeah,
so
roll
I'll just re-roll the
Yeah.
d10s. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Crit.
Snake eyes.
Oh,
Oh,
That's
Oh.
very bad.
it's very bad.
that is bad.
Mega crit.
What else did Silvery Barbs do?
I choose a different creature, and that creature gets advantage on its next roll within 1 minute.
Okay. Who's that?
Braylon's going next, right?
I think
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
Jade,
I think
Jaden's
it's-
going
Jaden's
next.
going next.
Me, then Zorog,
Then
then
Zorag, then Gralen.
Gralen.
Yeah, I'm last.
Okay. My soulmate.
Yes.
Have some advantage.
Yay.
Okay.
The silvery barbs go so well with your
Yeah.
silvery persona.
You wouldn't even notice those barbs.
Just extra sparkle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So much sparkle.
So Gralen, the Silvery Barbs, throws this thing way off. It completely fails. I'm gonna give you a free melee strike. You have a mace, right?
No.
Oh, what do you have?
A staff.
Oh, okay. Well, just roll damage for it.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Unless what? Now you're already getting a free attack. You don't have to use a reaction. I really like the extra crits though. This is fun.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Best fucking roll of the day. This game wants me to swing physically. That is an 18 to hit.
Well, you didn't have to roll to hit.
Oh, that's just
Yeah, no, it's just free damage.
oh, free damage.
Yeah, just roll damage.
Oh, that's gonna be nothing.
that's
so
not that's not great.
This is a 2
Yeah.
minus 1.
Okay. Well, look, that's 1 damage that it didn't have before. That's the first one on Gralen, which is D. 1 damage.
1 damage.
Okay. The second one is attacking you now.
That's fine.
Oh, that's a crit.
No, it's not.
Double 9s.
No, it's not.
Oh, okay. What do we do
I use my armor and its ability
as a reaction?
as a reaction. Wait, no, the armor,
Wait, so 18, 19, and 20 are crits?
Yeah. Yeah, I got double 9s.
no, the armor's the da. Nope, that's it's the
We so rarely
Some of
get like
affinity.
18s on
Yeah.
our dice that I had forgotten.
Yeah, it's actually, I was saying 5.5 before. It's actually 6%, which is a little bit better than a D20, but is, I think, better representative of a crit. Like, personally, I think it's good.
I am a creature I can see.
Yeah.
Correct. Okay, cool. So yeah, as a reaction on a creature you can see within 30 feet after a critical hit, you can turn that hit into a normal hit. So
Oh,
I
okay.
cancel the crit and now it's
Okay.
a normal hit.
But it's still a hit.
It's still a hit, yeah.
Okay. Then I will roll the damage.
I guess I should have waited, but also, bestie.
5 damage. And the third one, not miss.
5 damage. It's taking me down to 69.
Okay. That was
Small flaps.
small flaps. Yeah, that's everybody. Okay. Jaden,
That's me.
you have 3
Okay.
flaps. What? What's funny?
I'm not supposed to laugh at the sex jokes. I'm Gralen and Gralen doesn't get it.
That's okay. Oh, you know what? Yeah. Okay, I know what I'm gonna do. So, I have advantage, right?
Yes.
Okay. We're gonna put this ring to use
If it's an attack roll.
if it's an attack roll. Is a spell
No,
an attack
it's
roll?
not just
Some spells.
it's not just attack rolls. It's also and saving throws. So
Yeah.
whichever comes first.
But if Jaden causes a saving throw, it doesn't apply to that.
Right.
Well, I mean, if it's on Jaden's next, you have advantage on your next either attack roll, ability check, or saving throw,
Yes.
whichever comes first.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
but
like
if you say cast Moonbeam, that's none of those things.
okay.
So you would still have it
Yeah.
because it lasts for a minute.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's 10 combat rounds. So, yeah.
Great. Okay. Let me see if the other thing I was gonna do would be an attack. Is this an attack?
If it has a plus
And
next
it's
to it on
opposite.
Make a melee spell attack. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's an attack. Great. All right.
Shillelagh?
No.
Oh.
No. Okay. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna cast. Where the fuck is it? 3. Call lightning.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, lightning is an attack.
Each
It-
one is, yeah. Yeah, you summon the cloud and then each one is a attack roll.
Didn't know that.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, I also didn't know that.
Well, isn't it? That's what Call Lightning says? Maybe I'm wrong.
Let's see. Storm cloud appears. It takes the shape of a cylinder that's 10 feet tall, 6 foot radius. When you cast a spell, choose a point you can see. A lightning bolt shoots from the cloud to that point. Each creature within 5 feet of that
Oh, no,
point
they
makes
make a saving throw,
dex
so it's
saving
not
throw.
an attack roll.
No. Oh wait, that would also mean me. I don't want to do
But
that.
if you do it behind them, then it's not.
Yes.
Yeah, you can target it behind them
Okay.
because they didn't manage to wrap around your head.
Yeah.
Oh, Gralen, you have to make a dex save.
Oh. Dex save.
What did I say? DC 13?
How come I couldn't use those things? Definitely failed.
Failed.
1000%
Okay,
failed. I mean,
so-
unless a 6 does it.
No, one of the little flaps wraps around your head
Mm-hmm.
and you're blinded
Mm-hmm.
and you can feel it looking for ingress.
Gotcha.
Yuck.
Yeah.
Okay, so
But you're not suffocating. That's the thing. Only the big one gets that.
Okay.
It's just you're blinded and you know what it's going to try to do.
And all the psychic damage of this being gross.
Yeah.
okay. I don't think I have to roll for that.
Nope. You summon lightning and you tell me where you're going to drop it.
Right, the square above that center one. So they're all within
Yep.
5 feet of it.
They certainly are. Okay. Dex saves. Let's go. What's your saving DC?
Dex save is 15.
Oh no. Oh. Well, that one makes it.
They'll take
So
half.
1 makes it. 2 makes it. 3 does not.
Great.
So roll your damage. 3
Okay.
takes full damage, and 1 and 2, or sorry, C takes full damage. A and B take half.
Okay, so 3d10. Right? Yeah.
30.
Okay, not bad. That is 19.
Okay, 19 for the full one, and then 9
Yeah,
for the other 2.
for the other two.
Why is it so much easier for me to divide than it is to just add my dice together? That's what I want to know.
I don't know.
Okay.
Yep. Okay, so yeah, that blasts that the one on your right sizzles and falls to the ground.
Yay.
Yay.
Great.
Bye
Screw
bye,
those
tiny
guys,
Zapper.
spectacular. Let's see. And then so if I move, they get an attack of opportunity, right?
Yes,
Okay. I don't love that.
but they'll probably miss.
I don't love that.
And if they hit, you have to make a dex
Oh,
save to
wait,
not get
what?
wrapped up.
What sparkle
At
mode did you take?
advantage.
I'm an archer. But so I tried picking dragon and there's no breath option.
Hmm.
It didn't give me the
Okay,
because I would have picked that if it gave me
hold on. Then.
the attack thing.
Double check this real quick. Sorry, form.
When I change the option to dragon, it gives me a bonus action of, or it says no action, dragon wisdom.
Whoops. I got my page isn't loading.
When you make an intelligence or wisdom check or a constitution saving throw to maintain con, you can treat it a 9 or
Yeah.
10.
So it gives me
Oh no, you're right.
That's kind of
There's-
sucks.
Oh, I guess that's just a Baldur's
Yeah,
Gate thing.
damn it, Baldur's
yeah.
Gate.
Like,
You fooled
also
me.
Dragonborn kind of not great.
Well, I mean, it's great for maintaining concentration.
Yes.
It needs something more.
Huh.
Short range breath was
Yeah.
Yeah, like that would make it super useful.
yeah.
But no. So
But like just maintaining concentration. Eh.
Yeah. That's
Well, I mean, specifically in Jaden's case, with a ring of 2 concentration, in that instance it can be good. But yeah, in most cases, just archer.
not ideal.
Well,
yeah.
you still got archer.
Yeah. I mean, we'll just change it to archer. Okay, so bonus action. Let's see what do I want to do.
And we've already established they don't like radiant, so
They don't care for it. No. You know what? I'm gonna Starlight step away from these guys. I don't want them on my face.
yeah. Okay.
Ooh.
Fancy.
Oh, well, you used your bonus action to become.
That
Sorry,
was last turn.
Oh, you already were. Okay,
Mhm.
great.
Yeah. So I'll move 30 feet.
Come to the other side of me.
Bye, Jaden.
Where are you?
Let
Here?
me protect you. I'm directly on the other side of the big flap from you.
I don't measure it.
So you can move 6 squares for 30.
Okay.
Okay, you can't make it, unfortunately.
No.
Well, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh,
You can go to backbreaker.
yeah. You can go down
Yeah.
to the backbreaker. And then after you teleport, after you do Sorry Step, you also have your move action.
Right. Oh, right.
Oh yeah, you haven't moved.
Yeah. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So like you could get down to here and then still take a move action if you want. If you want to go over to here, I'll say you have low cover from the shelf, like the where you pick up your scroll
Yeah, that sounds good.
walking guide.
Hide behind the brochures.
Cool.
This giant glowing elf.
Using cover intelligently.
Don't worry about
Strategic cover.
Don't worry about why that specific brochure stand is glowing. Ignore that.
They're not hiding, they're using cover. This is fine.
Listen, he's neither smart nor stealthy.
I just love it. I love the visuals.
Okay.
Ducks behind
Uh,
roll.
All right, that's Jaden's turn. Zorug is going to... Actually, Zorug can attack from back here, so they're just going to use the range of
Oh,
their
yeah.
weapon.
Cool ass scythe.
Yeah,
Just to remind
Which
the audience.
actually,
Yeah,
I
badass
should
sight.
be.
reach weapon.
Let me
Well,
see if I
all
can
halberds
get
and
this.
stuff like that have reach, but
That's not what I want to.
that is a hit. I'll just roll the other attack now.
It's
Advantage because it's still prone.
Oh,
Mhm.
okay. Well, it couldn't have been a crit either way. So
I should be there.
both of them hit though. D12
Do I
is
still have advantage from that thing?
15.
Right? Okay.
Oh, nice. 15 and 14 damage. 29 damage to the big flap.
Whoa.
Nice.
Nice.
82. It's taken 82 damage.
And still not bloodied.
Oh, no, it was bloodied a long time ago.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay.
Oh,
Or
okay.
not a long time ago, but before that attack at 53, it was bloodied.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry. I should have mentioned that. What if I can mark... That doesn't do anything.
Oh, if you can mark it with a color.
Like,
so it's
yeah, is there
bloody.
like something that says...
Jay did it once, so I think you can.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Is there like a little blood drop or something? Oh, there. I could put a little red dot on him.
Perfect.
Bloodied.
So nice. He's a cool piercing.
I don't know about the other little ones. Don't worry about it. They don't have that many hit points. Okay. That was good. Zorg, Gralen.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wait. Am I still wrapped up? Can I try to get out? Would that be my turn?
So you can use an action to try to get out of it.
Mm-hmm.
You could take your action even though you're blinded and do whatever you want and be at disadvantage. You can also try to attack the one on your face, and you will almost certainly take damage.
I mean, I'm attacking, so would I really?
Stop hurting yourself.
Stop hitting yourself.
Yeah.
Blinded affects. Let me read this.
A bunch of stuff.
Oh, so blinded would affect anything that says that you can see.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. Okay, then I just try to get out of it.
Okay.
What do I do? What do I do to get out of it?
It's a athletics or acrobatics check. One is strength and one is dex.
Well,
Or you can attack it and do damage to it.
I'm not going to do enough damage. I am going to do an acrobatics check
Okay.
to get out of this thing then.
Remember what I taught you.
Hey, that's actually a pretty good roll.
DC 13.
Oh, wait, I've got 16 on the die.
Oh, yeah. Great. Yeah, you peel this thing off of you. You still have a bonus and a move action.
Okay. Gralen, not
I think,
great.
hold on. I'm going to roll a random direction. It was that middle one that grabbed you, I think, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you throw him this way. It comes off of your square. Does everyone see that? He's kind of doubled up with where Mom is, but they can be in the same squares because they're flying. And also they're allies. Don't worry, Mom. I'll be the wind beneath your wings.
Yeah, no, Gralen doesn't have great bonus actions that aren't healing or protective, so no bonus actions.
Okay.
And if I move,
None
I'll
of you have taken damage, really, have you?
not really. I've
No.
taken 5
I think
to be
I
at
took
69.
4.
I've taken none.
I gotta try harder.
Yeah, I just gotta. I'll sit in here because I don't want to take attack of opportunity.
That's okay. This is a relatively low CR encounter.
I'm good.
Okay.
Sorry.
Turn 0, nothing else happens. Ezthe.
Okay, then I am going to cast...
Oh, sorry. Turn 0 is egg straightening.
Oh, right, the egg.
Let me get a symbol for that.
So we egg straighten both on the Flap's turn and on turn 0?
No, just turn 0.
Okay, because last time we did it on the Flap's turn.
No, that was when the new flaps arrived
Oh, okay.
on the environment turn.
No, Jason said that like it's trying to get up on its turn.
Yeah.
That also did it.
Oh.
Oh, right. Yeah, it's not a turn 0 thing. It's so the big flap, hold on, let me put the egg on the screen so that we have something to reference.
If we get too much flapping action, the egg will wobble.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm glad I prone
there's
that thing.
too much activity adjacent to the egg. We have to make an egg save.
Dear Lord.
That's a big egg.
It's like 20 feet. Oh, okay.
Okay. smaller egg.
And it's here. Between Ezthe and Zora. And it's not bloody.
Oh, then it's bloodied.
Let's give
The egg
it.
is fine.
It's a little clock on it.
Oh, not ominous or
Mm-mm.
telling at all.
Not a ticking
tick,
time egg.
tick.
Mm-mm.
Just
It's
like
it's upright where it's supposed to be under a light. What can go wrong?
just like Captain Hook's clock in the belly of the croc.
It's probably fine.
Okay. Ezthe.
I'm going to quicken Green Flame Blade.
Okay.
And so I make a melee attack with it against the big flap.
Yes.
And that's a 18 to hit.
Yes.
So it suffers. Where's my bloody thing? 1d8 plus 3. That's not a d8. I have one. There it is. It suffers 4 damage from there. And then also the one d8 fire. And then another 3 fire damage. And then
Wait, what was the first one?
4.
So 4.
So 4 plus, so it's 7 damage to Big Flap.
Okay.
And then dear God, this die is in jail.
Jason, I just realized I've been doing it wrong this whole time, but only slightly, and I don't think it has mattered. It's not supposed to fall prone until its turn. It doesn't do it on my turn.
Oh.
On its turn, it falls
It
prone.
does the
and
order.
ends it
Okay.
on its action, not mine. Yeah.
And then 5 damage to Small Flap.
Okay. That was flap B. No, that's flap E. I have too many flaps. I actually could just write it on here. Actually, now that I'm realizing that, I'll just put it in the red number. That one's had 5. Oh, this is great. This one's had 9. What have I been doing in my life? Yep. And then those two, oh yeah, the one of them had 1 damage. Great.
And then I am going to cast Spray of Cards.
Oh, okay.
And Dex saving throw 15.
You mind what is that? I don't know this one.
I spray a 15-foot cone of spectral cards. Each creature in that area must make a dex saving throw. On a failed save, it takes 2d10 force damage and has blinded until the end of its next turn.
Oh, both of them have to do it then.
Yeah.
So magical 52 card pickup, just like a
Yeah. Just gambit out of nowhere.
Yeah.
So the
Oh,
big
yeah. I don't think so.
one, that's great. Big one got a 8,
No.
and the little one got an 18.
Aw, well, it takes half as much damage from that 2d10.
Okay.
So, and that's so that's a 13 on the big guy, and the little guy takes 6.
Okay, the big guy expires, the mama. I'm gonna leave her on the map for reasons. Just I want to remember where she was, you know, have a memorial.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna mark her as green, red and green. It's Christmas. And then the little one takes how much?
6.
Okay, so he's at 11.
Is that a Jason spell?
What?
No,
Right.
spray of cards is just
I mean,
the
it-
book of many things. Like
Oh, it's from the Book of Many Things.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's a good source book actually. There's some cool shit in there. Okay, then that's Ezthe's turn, right? Oh, wait. So you did Green Flame Blade, right?
I quickened Green Flame Blade.
Yeah. Did you take the melee attack to follow up with that?
Oh no.
Okay, so the little one's still up, so you get a free melee attack on that
Yes.
because it is a cantrip, and you get a free attack after a cantrip.
So that is a 9 plus 7. No?
That hits.
9 plus 6. So 15.
Also hits.
Okay. Not you.
Not that one.
You know what you did.
I mean, how many one's good at roll?
One has to wonder.
Let's try this guy. Let's try this guy because it's
Look at
actually
you
up
like
in
you
a
owe him
place where
money.
I can pick it up.
He knows. I know
Yeah,
what
you
you
go
came
back
for.
in
You know
there.
what you came for.
I wish I had done the other one.
Okay, what do we got?
5.
Five more damage.
Sam, I think I have a job now.
Oh yeah, you have to pet the dog Toll.
Yeah.
Mm.
And hold his head up, probably. It's heavy.
You have told the dog instead of told the dead.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I know I give good scratches, but like this was more intentional than usual. This was like,
Mhm.
you know why I'm
Yeah,
here.
he just came up like, I'm here.
Mm-hmm.
You may proceed.
It's time to pet the dog, please.
Yeah. All right. Anything else? I think that's it.
That is it.
Okay.
That is it.
Is that-
Isn't that enough?
Yes.
Is that flap still alive?
Big
The small flap is
Small
alive.
flap
Okay.
is still up. Big flap is down. And it's now little flap's turn. Little flap is going to get revenge on Ezthe, the one there.
Sure it is.
It's coming for you. With a 9 to hit.
Oh, aren't you so cute?
Okay.
You're so cute.
The other two on Gralen.
Come on.
16.
Nope.
Okay. And that's a miss. And then these two. Gonna go after Zorog. Right next to the egg. I hope nothing happens. That doesn't hit Zorog. She's like 21 AC. It's just pretty hard to hit. In her heavy armor. Okay. That's why I felt like she doesn't need to have a shield. She could have a big two-hander.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
oh, you wanted 23 AC? It's enough. You have enough.
That's fine. Don't worry about it.
That's what I want to say to all the billionaires.
You have
Fucking have enough, man. Okay. That was the little guy's turn. However, the egg is disturbed. So, Ezthe, do you want to use your reaction? Have you used your reaction already?
No.
Silvery Barbs was 2 turns ago. Okay. Do you want to use your reaction or have Zorog use her reaction?
I think Zora could use her reaction because I could
Yeah,
help.
she has
my
more
peoples.
things to do. The best she could do use her reaction for is an attack of opportunity, which like, okay, but you know, okay. Oh, with advantage because you're helping. Whoop, whoop.
Also, she's stronger than I am.
She is, yeah. Totally fine. That's I just wanted to give you the option.
The whole time.
Because Zorg is not a real player character. This is not the GMPC, I promise.
The question is,
She succeeds.
how many attack rolls did I use with the D8 instead of a D10?
Well,
It's fine. I made them, but like, I just
Oh, you
looked at my
mean
dice and was like,
instead
that
of
one's a
2d10.
D8.
Oh,
It's fine. I made them all.
not for damage.
What?
Right.
No, this was. I don't think so.
But then you couldn't have critted.
It's fine.
Okay.
I mean, unfortunately, the shapes are just close enough
Mm.
that I don't always
You were
realize.
not the first one to make that mistake. Won't be the last. Okay. That was what did we just have? We had the low flaps.
Small
turn.
flaps.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's Jaden's turn.
Yay, lightning.
Okay.
yeah.
Where do you want to put it?
Up 1 square from those 2 that are trying to flap Gralen.
Sure.
We need to call this episode Too Many Flaps.
Is it that one? Oh, here. Look, I can
Oops,
ping
all
it.
flaps.
Oops, so, yes, that one.
Oops,
Okay.
all flaps.
Oops, all flaps. Okay.
So they get a dexterity save 15 to not get fried with lightning as much.
That is a 15.
For both of them?
Oh, I only rolled 1. That's worse.
Okay. So one of them gets full damage and one of them gets half.
Oh, I thought it was 16.
No,
Is it 15? Oh, okay, yeah. One of them got it. The other one didn't.
Yeah.
So we'll just go left to right with that. Oh, they haven't barely been hurt yet.
So they take 14 damage. The full one and 7 for the
Okay, 7
one that
for the
saved.
first one and 14 for the second one. Okay.
Okay. Let's see. Those 2 and then the 2 attacking Zorg are the ones that attacked me, so I'm mad at them anyway. So I'm gonna shoot one of them with a luminous arrow.
It's funny when I designed the egg hazard for this. I was like, oh, this will be fun. Like, they'll have to make interesting choices. I completely forgot that Zorg would be there. I'm like, just, oh, nope.
It's okay. It's okay. I got
Got
this.
Not much of a challenge.
Oh, guys, come on, man.
You have advantage on this roll, so
Oh,
Oh, yeah, we're finally getting to
do.
use it
okay.
with
Well,
the arrow.
do better than
Which
that.
one are you attacking?
The bottom, or the one that's between Ezthe and Zorg. The one
Okay,
that's
the one next to the
to
egg.
the north. Yeah.
Hope you don't miss.
That's worse. Okay. Does oh no, I'm gonna miss. Does an 11 hit?
Let me double check. Nah, it's 12.
Aww.
They're easy to hit, but it's a 12. Yeah.
Rude. Okay. Nope.
Okay.
Alas, I do not hit.
And it strikes the egg.
Oh, good.
No, I'm kidding.
I was like, it wasn't a
I
crit
didn't
fail.
crit fail.
Yeah, crit fail would be that. Okay, that's fine. Bonus action, or that was your bonus
That was my
action. Do you
bonus
want to
action.
move?
No, I'm good in the
Okay.
brochures.
Awesome. The brochures. Okay. Zorug is going to try to cleave these 2 in front of her. One big attack. Oh, that's not a bad roll. That's going to hit both. Yeah, let's just do damage roll. 15 damage to both. And, oh, actually, yeah, it would be 15 and then less for the other one. But that's good because the other one already has more damage. They're both down.
Yay.
Mhm. Okay. They fall to the ground in pieces,
Get out of here.
like nasty butterflies with their nasty wings ripped off.
Mhm.
Gralen?
I will. I mean, it seems like we have it mostly under control. I don't need a spell slot. They don't like radiant. I will sacred flame. I don't know which one.
We got 3.
Let's do the one furthest away from the rest of the team, so the top right from the map's perspective.
Okay. So I'd roll saving throw, right?
Yep, deck safe.
14.
No.
Okay.
I need a different die.
Burn me, daddy.
Coming up.
It's a normal way to say that.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Hey, you asked for it. 11.
It,
11 radiant damage.
it sizzles and falls to the ground.
I end my turn.
Okay. Turn 0. It's fine. Ezthe.
Okay, so I've got the one in front of me is still up?
Yep.
Okay.
Barely.
I am going to see about... Well, if I just do the same thing and I'll quicken a firebolt to the one in front of me.
Okay.
And that is a 9 plus 7 is a 16 to hit.
Yes.
And that's better, I guess. And that's 9 points of damage.
That's dead.
And then I am going to go up to the one next to Gralen.
Mm-hmm.
And
Hey, buddy.
I'm gonna Sorcerer's Burst that one.
Well, do you want to use your free melee attack?
Can I do that on a different target?
I think so.
Okay. Then I shall.
Yeah, I don't think we should restrict it if that's what it says. It should just be you get to make another attack with your melee weapon.
Okay. That's cocked. Both of them because they ended up in the corner. 8 plus 6 is 14 plus 6 is 20.
To hit.
Yes. Yes. And then, so that's 1d8.
This one's has taken 1 damage so far.
Was that me?
Yeah.
And now it's going to take another 4 because my d8s hate me.
Okay.
No, that one took 7 from my lightning.
That's true. That's
Yeah,
true.
it died. That one died.
There were 2. One took 14 and one took 7.
Yeah, one of them flew down here. There were 3 up here when you did that initially.
And they should have all been in range of the lightning strike.
That was the first lightning strike. I'm talking about the second one.
Oh, the one they just did. It was too near me. It hit both of them.
And it hit 1 for
Oh.
14, it hit 1 for 7.
Oh, then it was at 8 damage then, and you just did 4. So it's at 12.
Okay.
Thank
well, then I'm just gonna hit it with a Sorcerer's Burst this time.
Okay. For your standard action.
Mm-hmm. And that's a 17 plus 7, so 24
Yes.
to hit.
Just barely.
And that's a 10 damage on that one.
Okay. It's dead.
Yay.
Okay. So, we have a moment to catch our breath.
Mhm.
The egg is steady on its pedestal.
Before before I dismiss my lightning, zap the big one just for good measure.
Just
one more time.
one more good one.
Mm-hmm. Make sure it's down.
Trying to cook it.
Do a perception check for me.
Okay. Uh-oh. That's my plus perception. That's why you do this. That's gonna be 17.
Aha. So yeah, as you sort of bring the power of the spell and look at this thing to aim it, you can see it was starting to twitch as its wounds were closing,
Oh.
and you blast it and it just explodes, right? If anybody cares, you can make a dexterity saving throw to avoid
Oh no.
Yeah.
to avoid guts. Guts.
Oh, that's a 19 on the
Yep,
dice.
yep.
13?
So that's
No.
once again, my
Why?
critical dex saves from getting splattered.
6.
No.
But I'm behind the
Oh.
brochures.
Zora,
You are very far away.
-1. No.
I didn't. I'm not going to. was tempted to use said inspiration from earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Stop splattering me with things every episode.
Yeah, all of it. Look, there's nothing in your mouth or anything. It's just you're covered in guts.
It's gross.
It's somehow some splash of it just went up, and
Straight
you were
over
like
the brochures.
didn't realize, and it just arced perfectly over, splat, all over you. It's
Rude.
in your hair. It's in like folds of your cloak.
I don't care for that.
Yeah, and it's this like gray and purple. Like I don't know if any of you have gutted a fish in real life, but
Mhm.
it's nasty. It's nasty. There's some red in there. There's some
It's
other bits.
The fact that this entire table has gutted fish.
Yeah.
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 Sometimes you gotta eat fish.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's just funny.
I wonder
It's
if
like
Jay
not a
has. We'll have
thing.
to ask him when he's
Yeah.
back.
Or sometimes you just want to see what they've been eating, so you know how to use better bait.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's some Matrix shit going on.
Yeah. You just like sidestep. Everybody else blah, is just splattered. There's some splatter on the egg. Oh no, actually, I think Zorug was blocking. Like it like maybe she had moved around a little bit, right? And then when the lightning came down, she's like, whoa, black. And there's this Zorug shaped, splatter, around the egg.
Clean
And
part on the
I think
Yeah.
similarly, Ezthe went to kill the one behind me and just ended at the same time this lightning went and is just completely bent over in a sort of like stabbing motion.
You for cover
And
somehow.
not even on purpose, like not
Yeah.
even intentionally, just in the midst of fighting was
Yeah. Does
completely behind Gralen.
that work for you? Yeah.
It's like, oh, bestie, thank you so much.
You're
You've always looked out for me.
Well, what I love is the camera
welcome.
cuts to Ezthe, like there's a little something on the toe of your boot, right? And you're like, ew, ew, ew.
I got a 19, not a goddamn thing.
Yeah, okay. Well, you almost stepped in some of the goo, right? Like, oh, gross. And then you look around at your friends who are just like covered. How was there that much guts inside this thing?
Mhm.
Sort of feeling, right? Of like, this is not possible.
Too much.
Gross.
It was bigger on the inside.
Jaden,
Yes.
next time, warning.
Oh, yes. I didn't know that it was gonna explode.
I guess fair. Fair.
Also, its wounds were starting to heal, so you're welcome.
It was regenerating?
Yes,
Oh. Oh, well then, genuine thank you.
you're welcome.
This is why we need the bear on our side. They use lightning, and it would have taken that out. Obviously, they're weak to lightning because you hit them so well.
The leaps in logic.
Oh. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
You did use lightning right next to the egg.
I did use lightning right next to the
I mean, and it doesn't have to be adjacent because you could have you would have not done it right next to her, would have hit your friends, right?
No, the flap was a few squares over.
But I'm gonna make a save.
Uh-oh.
What is your save DC? Because that represents the potency of your magic.
My save DC for what?
To resist a spell. Your
16.
spell save DC is 16?
I
Or
think it's
15? 15?
15.
15.
Okay. So if the egg fails this, something's gonna happen. All right?
That's
It's trying to roll
gonna get
15 or
their
better.
So we're rooting for the egg to save.
Yes. Yeah.
Come on, egg.
Y'all are rooting for the egg to save.
Did you want to give it advantage or anything, or
Gralen's wouldn't be aware enough to like guidance it.
I don't think you
Nor-
can give it
nor-
guidance
nor
anyway.
could I,
It has to be
yeah.
a person, but can't you like turn a roll into an advantage roll or something like that?
I can get rid of advantage or
Oh,
disadvantage, but I can't
That's
add
me.
it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay.
I can add it, not today, though. Today is a woe day.
Oh yeah, okay.
I can only cause suffering.
Well, it's just a straight roll, and it's I don't really have a bonus for the egg. I just have to get a 15 or better on these dice.
Can I cast guidance on the egg?
I don't think that works. What does guidance say? Does it say a creature?
It says
A willing creature.
Oh no.
No, the egg is asleep.
Not for long.
I mean Jason rolls good as the GM.
This is true.
18.
Sometimes.
It's 17.
Oh! Good job, egg.
Good
So
job.
the electricity just hits the goo. There's like cracking across the floor, and so all of you, like, time slows down, and you're like, as it like runs up and over the egg, and all those veiny bits I was describing, they like glow for a moment, and then it just fades.
Aww.
No lightning near the egg.
Yeah.
But if we
Radical
just-
idea. Can
but
we
if we
just get
just-
the hell away from the egg?
but if we could have it. We could have it.
As
I
they
feel like I need to show you a picture of it here.
Nope. Ezthe knows what Ezthe wants.
Okay, but I just want you to see it. They're so scary.
The glorious creatures
Look,
of
hey,
legend.
Like, Esthe,
Why did I do
even
that?
if we hatch it and we take it with us, and it for some reason
Loves us.
loves us, how are we gonna get it on the ship? It's gonna get so big.
We have rooms that change to anything we need them to be.
Will everybody at the circus be happy about this? Who's gonna?
I mean,
who's
we're
gonna
not
send
at the
Cornelia?
circus, are we? The circus sent us away.
Oh God! And then yep, I wrapped you into that.
that's not what happened.
That's not how that works.
Literally
This
what
is
happened.
what the ears look like.
Oh, it's so cute.
Okay, no, I do like it.
Mm.
See?
How and or
See?
why?
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's
Because
terrifying.
it's so.
You saw like the little guy. That's a
Yeah, it's
normal
got the-
human-sized guy.
It's got the stumpy little
It's
crocodile legs, like those ones that run real fast with like
Yes.
all the legs. It's
This
so
one
cute.
can run fast.
It would,
Yes.
it would go all like shimmy.
You've never
It would
seen
shimmy.
the type of crocodiles
I know
that gallop?
exactly.
They're
what you're talking
very
about.
cute.
It has a 50-foot movement that doesn't slow down if it's climbing.
It shimmies.
Well, crocodiles
Listen,
are not
Jaden
cute.
does not want like this thing. Sam, the weirdo,
Oh,
likes
okay,
the
okay,
thing.
okay.
Yeah.
As
Oh,
they want the
Monster-
creature from legend to be
monster
our
rider
friend.
person.
Yes.
You could say monster fucker. That's
Yeah. Not this one because it's an animal.
yeah.
But, like,
yeah. It's
the
not an
friendship-
Consenting,
intelligent-
like
We
willing,
We
like
talked about it as much as I
enthusiastic
appreciate you.
consent is
Not my
important.
genre,
Yeah.
not my thing.
Yeah.
But like, I'm just saying.
Hey, look, I didn't think so either until I read a couple of those books.
Oh no, not this isn't bashing the books or anything.
No,
I'm
I know.
talking about particularly in
Yeah.
the aspect of like monsters as a thing are not something that I'm like, oh, monster thing, let's go.
It's
Yeah.
not everybody's thing.
I didn't think so either.
I saw Fantasia too early, and that giant mountain of a monster was my first crush. So here we are.
Yeah, these are lightning breathing snakes with legs.
That are small dragon sized, basically.
Yeah, they're huge
Oh,
monstrosities.
Once it grows up,
Yeah.
and by then we'll have figured out a place to live. We could make it rooms downstairs.
So minimum 15 feet. You know, it's like it takes up a 3x3 square because it's sort of coiled, right?
it's a 15-foot square coiled.
Yeah, so,
So
if
we're
you
talking like
stretch it out-
45, 50 feet
Yeah.
worth of creature.
It's
Yeah.
big.
It could protect us so well.
As
It does
they-
have a constrict attack, which could be construed as a hug.
You know you're my soulmate. I don't want to get eaten by a behir while I'm covered in Ixit guts.
It's not gonna eat us. We just
It-
need to feed it some Ixit guts, and then it'll be sated, and it'll think, "Oh, hi,
These-
our parents gave us food, and therefore we should love them."
These Ixit guts are ceramorphosed, and
Oh, we should find it good guts. You're right.
you're not going to find any good guts on this Athenaeum today.
I'll tell you what. I'll do you this. If I use my orb to ask if this will turn out good or bad for us, will we just abide by whatever the sort of vibe
It
we
could
get?
only go well, so yes.
Okay. So I use my once a day orb and I ask the question, if we hatch and attempt to parent this hatched Behir, was that the name? Behir egg.
Yeah.
Will that turn out good for us?
Okay. What are the answer options for this?
I actually don't have the spell, and you didn't put it in
It's
the orb.
augury, right?
Yeah, it's augury, but I
So
feel like I've augured
it'll be
it quickly.
good, it'll be bad, it'll be neither, or it's both.
I think so, but
Yeah.
I'll double
Right.
check really quickly. I think you actually have augury.
I had.
Oh,
I
not
swapped
prepped
out
today.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not prepped today.
Good result, bad result. both good and bad results that aren't especially good or bad.
So I just need, so this spell understands your mind, right?
Right.
Of like your
Yes,
intention.
it understands my intention.
Yeah. So how does your intention feel about being electrocuted and consumed?
Bad. Very bad. Very
Okay.
bad.
So then the answer is bad.
I just hold the orb.
The orb turns like red.
Yeah.
Decidedly not.
It's like, so I explained before, I'm like, listen, typically how this works, if it's a good thing.
I've seen it. I've seen you do it.
Yeah. Here you go. And next question, bright red, like flashing red,
Sometimes
red.
it's a plus sign, sometimes it's a minus sign, sometimes it's...
Oh,
And Gralen says nothing, just
maybe this one's already got a tadpole, and that's why. We'll figure it out on the next one.
okay.
So we're agreed. We're gonna leave the egg in the museum where it belongs, upright and very stationary.
You should-
Can we fortify this thing?
Oh, while you guys have been talking about this, you realize like there's like sort of this moving shelves like scraping across the floor. Like
Incredible.
scooching the like there's a whole like bookshelf fortress around the egg now.
gosh.
Interrupting the conversation.
Perfect.
Yep. Great.
So yeah, it is encased in several bookcases. That's what bookcases are for.
Yeah.
Encasing eggs.
No more. It's no longer a display. You cannot see that egg anymore.
Yeah. Let's see. We've got a little bit more to get through here, if we're okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I really. So look, I saw the picture of the Behir earlier today,
Uh-huh.
and I was like, not even Sam. I don't think. Not even Sam would think this is cute.
But it's so cute.
Okay.
I am with you.
It does a little shimmy when
the-
It's not
Runs.
the ugliest thing I've ever seen.
I think the cloaker is cuter than this thing. Like that
that's
is
a
like
matter of personal
I would want a pet
preference.
cloaker before I want one of these. Even as scary as those are.
This is a long boy though.
Yeah. You could have it like
Somebody
it
call
could
Bad
wrap-
Dragon.
like a baby could wrap all around your arm and then go around your torso and then down the other arm.
You understand
The baby
the
is
idea
bigger
of a
than that.
creature wrapping around me is not like an attractive. This is not Gralen. This is Dion. Like.
Okay. Moving us along.
Not attractive.
I love this. I love it. All right. There are a number of exhibits. Again, they're tossed and turned over and broken and whatever. There are a few moments where you see small flaps in the corner of your eye, and they're like getting out of your way. They're like, scary. Mom's dead. But you also see like you catch a couple of them like munching on mom guts, and whatever. They're animals.
Yeah.
That's what animals do. So, like as you're getting away, you see a couple of them in the distance, but they're not coming towards you. They're not trying to do anything. Zorak's just like, ugh. Like she was all wrapped up in that big one, right? Like that.
Yeah, that's
like,
not good.
not phobic, but like vengeful, right? I'm like, I will kill every Ixit I ever see. And again, they aren't proper Ixits either. Ixits are water beings. These
guys are weird.
They're not cloakers. I was just using those stats because they were convenient. Nothing is right. Okay. But you continue in this sort of northeast quadrant, looking around at different exhibits.
I mean, if there are more eggs.
Mm-hmm. There is one set where there's an egg that's about 18 inches tall, like 1.5 foot. There's one, and then there's like 4 more that are each a little bit smaller, down to like a little bit bigger than a softball, right? Like a double softball size. And Zoruk bumps it, and the little one falls off and smashes on the floor. We're like, oh! But it's like replica of, like owlbear species, right?
Okay.
But no, that's not an Underdark species, so it's something else. Yeah. So, some spider egg. It's like, this is what phase spider eggshells look like. And
Don't
yeah.
break that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
But they were just replicas. They weren't real. Everyone's like,
Spiders aren't nearly as fun.
no, phase spiders are terrifying. So I'm going to do a quick skill challenge as we search for this painting.
Okay.
Okay. It is a DC 14 if you have a investigation or history or something else that makes sense for navigating a museum. If you want to pitch fucking acrobatics, you make the case and I'll decide on a DC. Okay? Or I might say no. Just, I'm reserving the right to refuse service.
I have a thing I would like to pitch for this.
Okay? Oh, and I
Because-
want 6 successes before we get 3 failures.
Okay.
Okay.
Because Ezthe is definitely going to fail. Being that every single skill that could apply to this, they have it in negative.
Okay.
That going through the museum is much like doing your homework. And therefore, the unseen servants, like your ghostly servants, could help us do this much quicker.
They're not supposed to be up here.
Supposed to be. They came up here before.
Well, to get you. Also, an option available to you if you have a spell that you think would be applicable, that's fine. We can, if you're willing to spend a spell slot, I'm willing to hear the argument. Or if you want to provide the help action for someone, they will get advantage to roll. You won't get your own roll, right? So we'll have to roll more times because you're not doing your own roll, but the person you're helping will have advantage on their rolls if you're actually being helpful.
I mean, I definitely don't have anything spell-wise that would be...
Can I pitch something that's not one of the ones you said?
Yeah.
Okay. I think Gralen is so focused on getting to know his friends, and he's realizing this isn't really a quest of intelligence or logic. This is really can I get into the mind, the insane mind of Jaden,
Oh.
to figure out where this painting would be in the wrong place. This
Sure.
isn't a logical thing.
Sure.
This is a how well do I know my friend thing.
Yeah.
if we could use insight.
So I'm trying to do an
Okay.
insight check of
You know
what
what?
would Jaden's crazy ass
Yeah, I'll take insight at the basic DC 14.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm gonna roll it.
that's fine. Not even on a one-off. That's great.
Yeah.
Anybody can.
That one
Oh.
that one ran.
Oh God.
I'll get it later.
All right.
21.
Ooh.
Nice.
Okay, and not a crit though.
Not a crit. No.
All right.
14 on the die, just a plus.
All right. We have it's 1-0, which is good.
Yeah, find it later. I don't know where it went.
You doing insight as well?
I will do insight.
Okay.
Insight, I actually have it a positive.
Uh,
It's just...
Sam, you're gonna enjoy this. These
Okay.
two have talked me into allowing insight, as this is not a logical search. This is a what the fuck would Jaden do?
That's true.
And so they're having. I'd like to think you two are having this conversation. You two are the besties,
I
right?
mean,
That's the
that we're besties,
Yeah.
soulmate.
Right,
Know
right.
know him super well. That's
Right.
a dirty 20.
Oh, okay. We have 2 successes.
Nice.
2-0.
I still think if you just summon your guys, then this could be so much faster.
Wait, he wouldn't pick up a die off the ground.
No,
Okay.
he won't eat non-food objects.
Okay.
That's fine.
Just check.
Imagine having
No,
an
I
animal that
appreciate
doesn't
it.
eat non-food objects.
So here's what I'm picturing. Ezthe and Gralen are kind of walking along together and going through this non-logic, right? Of okay, if that's over there, and then what? okay, what would Jaden do? Like, I think you're like talking this out together. Right?
I think Gralen was like, no, that makes too much sense.
Yeah, yeah.
No, like
Okay, but if we put it there, then that would make sense because of this. So it's not there. Yeah. Like clearly I can't choose the cup in front of me. And then Jaden and Zorg are walking along.
Yes.
And Zorg's like, well, where was the last place you saw it? It's like the extent of her
Yeah.
problem solving in this regard.
Like,
She
in-
can't hit it
Yeah.
and doesn't want to quit it. So
Fair enough. Let's see. I guess. Can I use insight on myself?
oh, I forgot. She's actually a tactical mind person, but that's fine. What'd you say?
Can I use insight for myself? What would past Jaden have done?
Okay.
The problem is the thing that you want us all to use is intelligence.
Mm-hmm.
We operate on vibes.
I have a few intelligent things. Most of the
You know what though? The inside argument is valid, and I'm just like, I wish I'd thought of it. That's all.
I mean,
Like,
you did lay the website, the museum out
Yeah.
based on what Jaden would have maybe
vibes.
thought because vibes.
Yeah.
Okay, that is gonna be 16 on the dice plus 10 is 26.
Yeah. Okay. We're at 3-0. Do we want Zorg to roll? Because she's not going to roll insight. She has an okay intelligence bonus and would roll investigation. She has +5 to investigation.
Oh,
Or-
that sounds good.
She can just not roll and not risk a failure either.
I mean, but it seems like +5 is actually better than... That's better than what I'm rolling with.
It's a better than average chance of getting it, but you know,
For investigation is way better than what I could roll.
Yeah, it's what
Mhm.
she's gonna roll investigation. That's a 14. Whew. Just.
Wee! Good job.
Okay, that's 4-0. We just need 2 more successes, and then we're there. What
Sweet.
could go wrong?
Okay.
Oh,
I
that's-
should have done
how
this
dare
in
you.
order. Okay, well, you
Well,
went
I
first
did go
last
first,
time.
Yeah, so I can
Okay.
go first again.
Yeah, let's do that.
I'm not gonna get you to agree to that.
Well, look, you can use insight again if you want. That's I said like that's added to the list.
Oh,
It's
so we
not
can
a-
use the same skills
Yeah.
again?
So sometimes if you pitch something, I'll be like, okay, one off. But it makes sense that you could keep working on like, what would Jaden do? Hold on.
It's and the trick part of this is not even what would Jaden do. What would Jaden think was wrong?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
19.
Okay. Okay. 5-0. Literally no way we could lose.
I could roll an insight again, but if I did call on Ven and rolled a persuasion to get Ven to look for us around,
That
we're
is a-
actually the gardener. The gardener would know better.
Okay. This is a possible thing, and you know the hand gestures to summon them. If that DC is going to be higher than the 14, it's going to be DC 16.
Okay, that's actually still a better chance for me.
Okay.
Also, I just think it's fun.
Do we name the gardener?
No.
Okay, I
The
think
valet
it was,
is Oliver.
yeah, I think it's Cal. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna call on Cal.
Yep.
And I'm like, Cal, we're looking for
CA''AL.
Cal.
Yeah. No, it's
Um,
just Cal.
friend. I describe this portrait, the entire Captain Wordness about it, and I'm like, we are amongst the flora and fauna. This is your world.
Yep. Cal shows up in this, you know, like the top half of overalls and no rake this time, but has like a straw hat and arms crossed.
Sorry, hoe. It was a hoe.
Oh, it was a hoe, yeah. No, he doesn't have his hoe with him this time.
And I'm gonna spend a luck point to give myself advantage.
Advantage, okay. Oh yeah, your lucky feet.
And so that, I guess I didn't. Whatever, it doesn't matter. That is to 14 plus 7, so that is a 21.
Oh jeez. Okay.
That'll
We've
do
done
it.
it. We've done it, and with 0 failures.
Mm-hmm.
Well done.
It was just really important to me to.
Yeah.
I know it works because Oliver's doing it for us. Therefore, it will work again.
Now, just for the sake of the bit, what is it that you're asking Cal?
So, Cal, we're looking for this this specific exhibit. It's a non-slither, but it's definitely in the slither section. This is what it looks like. It's of this type of creature, and it might be within some of the flora that has grown up around the the museum level. And my friend, I know that you were so in tune with all of the plants in this level.
That don't work on me. You looking for the Zodor on the boat?
Yes.
He leans like down one aisle. He's like, "That Zodor on the boat?"
That's Zodor on the boat.
Yeah, it was just like if you had just like scooched one step over.
See, I knew it. I knew you were the correct choice. Thank you so much. They should give you a raise.
Okay, quick question: Are you genuinely praising this guy?
Yes.
Okay, please roll persuasion again.
Because I never would have found it without him.
Okay.
He saved us.
No, that's good. If you're genuine, it's persuasion. If you're not, it's deception.
Nope, that's it's still a 19.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, he actually softens a little bit. Like he was like, "Are you making fun of me?" What's his vibe, right? Like, you mean that Zodor there? And he's like, "Oh, well, I'm happy to help. Obviously, if you need my help in the future, you just let me know. You know where Cal is."
Thank you so much, Cal.
I love Cal.
Cal, I like to think that there's best friendship in our future.
Yep. All right. Well, if you looking for me again, I'll be down in the kennels.
Bestie, that doesn't mean you'd be supplanted. You can have more than one best friend. Haven't we talked about this?
I guess.
Okay. And he just sinks into the floor.
Just like you can believe in the gods, they're right there. You have more best friends because they're right there in front of you.
Okay.
All right. So we head down the aisle. Boy,
Down that there aisle.
that one gets stuck in my jaw sometimes. Because that's the like kind of, even though I grew up in Seattle, I grew up like 1 foot out of the trailer park, and that's just also how poor people talk, and for some reason. The aisle opens up, and you can see the painting is a little askew, but it's like hanging on the wall as if it were in an art museum. Like there's a single light shining down on it. There's this gold, like extraordinarily ostentatious gold frame, right? Mm-hmm. As you get closer, you realize, oh, it's not gold painted wood. It's literally gold.
Yeah. Like
the frame alone is probably worth 1,000 gold, right? The painting is not a very good painting. Okay? It is, now look, Picasso was a master of the art, right? Could actually draw picture perfect portraits if he wanted to, but he had a drive, a vision of what his art would be, and he executed that. He didn't draw that way because he couldn't draw well. This person took Art 101 in college, never practiced for 20 years, and then got some paint out.
Cool.
And it's fine.
That's a Zodor.
Yep. If this person practiced more, it would be a painting. So yeah, it is a fairly like you all have some idea of what you two know what a Zodar looks like.
Yes.
Right? And you know, so this drawing, it's drawn to be very big, like the using the boat as scale, right? It is like 8 feet tall, right? And you're like, okay, that looks right. But it's positioned, like there's no way it's flexible enough to be in this like foot up on the gunnel, elbow on the knee, you know, sort of Captain Morgan
Yeah.
ridiculous stance. But it has that like dome helmet. The painter tried to put a scarf on it and then clearly like etched it out, you know, like tried to scrape it off and like paint over it. But you can sort of see like, oh yeah, that was a better edit. Like that was a good idea to edit that. Now, Gralen, this is your first time seeing a picture of a Zodar.
Yes.
You certainly heard the myths, you know, the wild suits of armor that wander around and don't say anything and show up and do something mysterious or whatever, right? That's the extent of the mythology. Highly encourage you guys not to look up too much about Zodar outside of the game, just because some of it would be spoiler and some of it will be not how I'm doing it. So
We're
you
just
know.
looking at the picture. It's got
yeah,
and
that's fine.
this particular figurine
You mind if I
has
also do that?
has the VV eyes from Final Fantasy IX.
Oh. But yeah, they're a big, you know, chunker suit of armor.
Oh.
They were kind of a send up of the original Cylons,
Okay.
right? Like it was kind of a joke about that. But it's not literally that, and it's but they're just this big chunk with like a dome helmet on it, kind of like how Juggernaut's helmet is usually drawn, of like it connects and then there's no neck between the breastplate and the helmet, right? That's how these guys are drawn. So yeah, there's a picture of this thing, and the boat is the boat, you realize you have the right perspective. You should be able to see the water, and there isn't water. There's just stars behind the boat, like sky. But you're like, well, we're kind of above the subject. Like, unless this boat is 100 feet tall, we would see the ocean out behind it, right?
Yeah.
Like, what? Why can't we see that? It's just stars behind it.
This is Spelljammer?
I would guess
Or
so.
it's a ship at night and the ocean is invisible.
Can I pull out the scroll and see if it has any additional information about the exhibit?
Yeah, it is a painting by Reinhard Wangeldank.
Do that last name one more time?
Reinhard Wangeldank.
Winkledank.
Yeah. Wangledank of the upper northwestern Wangeldanks.
I was gonna ask.
Yeah,
Of course.
yeah. Not the eastern Wangeldanks.
Don't get them confused.
No. We don't speak of them anymore in polite society. So yes, it is. He's not a famous painter, or at least not one that any of you have heard of. The notation like makes a point of like this is the only painting of his that we have in the collection, and it appears to be the most accurate representation. Like several people who claim to have seen Zodar agree that this is what they look like, with some minor, you know, like it's very small discrepancies versus other depictions. Like very few people have tried making them. So that was the reason why it's displayed, is that this feels like, you know, there aren't many records of the Zodar or what they do. And it, that's the extent of what's in the guide.
Okay, it doesn't have any information about the interview that we did with him.
Not in the public area. You know, like this is
Okay.
where visitors would like.
Yeah.
The interview is probably in the notes,
Right. Okay.
right? That Oliver's going through.
Okay.
Well, Oliver's going through the recent.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay, what context did the interview come up again? That was...
When Jaden was remembering stuff about the painting.
Oh, yeah.
He remembered him and Fizzlecrank doing the interview with the artist.
Yeah, you interviewed him to ask him about the painting and to, get his permission to put the painting here, and, he donated it and, was very happy. Like in his mind, it was like his first art display.
Oh, buddy.
Like, well, yes, we're studying it, but not for the reason it's okay.
But presumably there would be a transcript of the interview somewhere in the archives.
There would be a record of it, but
Okay.
it's not like something they were going to tell the general public.
Okay.
Was there something special about this painting between you and Lucretius? Like, are we supposed to?
Well, I mean, it is one of the only depictions that anybody seems to agree might be accurate.
But they have seen one, right?
Well, you don't know that.
Right. No.
Oh, no, that,
No, we told.
No, they told me they have.
that you saw.
But
Zodar,
I haven't
yes.
seen it, but I know they have.
Yeah.
Right.
So that is what they look like.
I mean, that's definitely a Zodar, but like, what? Do you recognize those stars or anything?
We wouldn't have been sent here just to see what they look like. There's something more.
No, I mean, there might be a clue in the painting, or might be some more information in the interview transcript.
Or in the. Ezthe, close your ears.
Or in the library.
The unwhispered library.
Yeah.
That's a good question. Do I recognize any of the constellations in the painting?
Let's roll.
Because obviously you know all the constellations in the entire universe, and therefore,
Let's roll
That's
Arcana,
a lot of
Okay.
constellation.
which for you adds your wisdom bonus, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's already worked in there, I think.
Yeah, I think so. The dice are mad.
Okay. What do we got?
We have an 11.
Okay. This is gonna take some time.
Okay.
Right. Like some of the constellations, you're like, well, if I turn this way, then it could be that. But then if I turn this way, it's, well, how could that be? Like that constellation doesn't show up next to that constellation. It's
Mhm.
gonna take some time.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think we should take the painting back down to the living quarters. I don't want to leave it up here or have to come back.
I agree.
yeah, it's kind of gross up here now.
Hey Zora, would you mind?
Will you two both roll Arcana, please? Oh, actually, I can roll Zorug's to her. She's got +2. Why not? That's a 13.
That's a 10, which
Okay.
is
25.
What?
Whoa.
17 on here plus 8.
Oh, wow. I didn't realize you were trained in Arcana.
It's when I
Oh, you get to add
as
your
a
wisdom.
cleric, I get to add my wisdom to
Yeah.
Arcana and religion.
That's the thing the Druid picked as well. was
Yeah, I
the-
just rolled real bad.
Yeah. Okay, so Zorug goes to, like, pick this thing up and is like, whoa, this thing is fucking heavy. Right before she does, you're like, oh, there's an alarm on that. And you just quickly
okay.
you just undo the rune, right? And it was a hey, someone's taking me rune.
Mm.
It's a famous rune that yells, hey, someone's taking me. Someone's taking me. It yells it so loud it can make your ears bleed.
oh.
Well, I'm glad we got that.
But that's not what your Arcana roll was about.
Oh.
That's a freebie for rolling so high. When it comes off the wall, Zorg's like, like it's real gold, right?
Mhm.
And she's like, can I just take it out of the frame? Like, do we need the frame?
I mean, no.
No.
Real gold. It's okay. Round 2. Do we have 10 minutes?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm gonna ritual cast Tensor's disc and have
Oh.
her just sit it on top of it,
Yeah,
and then
okay.
it can just float behind us.
Okay, well, let's pause that because I
Okay.
haven't given you all of the description yet.
Oh, okay, I'm
All
sorry.
right. So thunk, it hits the ground. She like looks around at the back of it. There's no secret note on the back. But Gralen, you catch, and partly because you've been doing so much like detect magic lately, and maybe the orb is having an effect on you, but there's something about the light, like when you look at it from the back, there's like a moment where you see a bunch of pinpricks of light, and then it fades, and you have this notion of like, maybe if we shine a light through it onto, like, maybe that would do something.
Hey, bestie.
If you know anyone who's good at making bright lights.
Hey, bestie. Can I borrow that cape
Currently
really quickly?
sparkling.
Yeah.
or sparkling.
We'll just all walk to the back of
Stand
the
there.
what you found back there, and
Yeah.
between the two of us.
As a matter of fact, I don't even know if I tell them. I think I'm just like, hey, come here, you guys. Come here really quickly.
Yeah.
And they like come over, and then it's just shining on the back of it.
So Zora is standing in front of the painting, right?
Mhm.
Like her arms are on it because she's tall. What did I say? It was 6 feet tall.
Taller, because you said taller than Jaden,
Oh.
who's like 6'2".
Yeah.
The painting?
Oh,
The
the painting. I
painting's
thought you
about
said Zora.
6 feet.
Yeah, you said 6 feet.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. So she's like a foot taller than that, something like that. I think she's like 6.5. So not a foot taller, but anyway, she's got her arms on top of it, kind of resting for a second.
Mhm.
The two of you go around and she's like, oh shit. She like looks down at her chest. It was like, and like gets out of the way, is still holding the frame up.
Mhm.
And this just all these pinpricks. You watch it almost in slow motion, right? Like light shouldn't move this slow.
Mhm.
But it streaks across the room, and then before it reaches any sort of surface it could like shine onto, the streaks stop in the middle of the room, and then very quickly builds a 3-dimensional star map in the room.
Oh.
And Reinhard Wangeldank had some magic, whether he knew it or not. So that's not a thing, like that's not a normal thing.
It's not a good painting, but it's a
It's an amazing
map.
spell. Can you imagine if we could? Oh, if I could make myself learn how to do that.
Mm.
I bet if I try real hard.
But as of right now, they're kind of on the other side. So they can't really see it.
Well,
I can see over the
Oh, you guys
painting.
can both see over it.
you can't
Yeah.
see over it.
I'm not holding anything. I can go to the other side.
Oh, okay.
I'm not
You're
shining.
like, what are you guys looking at?
Well, like I had an idea of what's going on. It's just
Yeah.
a sad moment of like, you guys all see what's happening, and I have to go walk around.
I love it. But yeah, you can see like about 3 feet in front of the painting. The light is like, you can see that it's shining out of the painting and then stops and builds this sort of cube of space, right? Of that. And now, Jaden, when you look at that, you're like, oh, that's why that was next to, like, I have to look at it in 3 dimensions.
Right.
Okay, now this is from our point of view, and now I understand.
Mm-hmm.
And you realize the painting is just pinpointing a spot in realm space that is not on Toril. Like you can see where Toril is, you can see where the sun is. A number of other things in realm space. Pretty sure Lovey's has to be over here. It's like most of realm space.
Yeah.
Is this incredibly complicated map. And you could sort of like pinch and zoom.
Mhm.
The whole thing stays like about a foot cube, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what it takes.
Cool. So I guess we just take this thing out of the frame, take it with us.
Oh, the frame is part of the spell, it turns
Oh,
out.
the frame is part of the
Yeah.
spell. Okay.
Tensor's disc.
Yeah.
Put the whole
Yeah.
thing on Tensor's disc.
Yeah. If you take it apart, you're not sure you'll be able to rebuild the spell.
And it's like indicating a specific point in realm space.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna copy that onto my star map.
Yeah.
So we don't have to carry this map.
Yeah, but you
Or
probably
run
want to at least
everywhere.
bring it
I
downstairs.
do want to
and-
bring it downstairs, but
It's like a notable magical artifact beyond anything else. This is like a unique magical artifact
Yeah.
that is like, how did you make this?
it's really cool.
Yeah.
It's also very not portable.
Yeah.
I mean, it's also 6 feet of gold on either side, not counting the top and bottom.
Right.
And somebody,
And it's like a couple inches thick, like front to back thickness, and then the the frame is like what, 3 inches
Yeah.
of scroll work kind of thing all the way around. We could figure out the massive gold there. It's a lot.
It's a
I
lot.
would like to pay my debt.
Mm.
That's a lot of gold.
If you dismantle it, yes, that gold is available.
I mean,
but,
once we figured it
After
out,
we go to the place,
Yeah, once we
then-
figure everything out.
and it's
I'm
probably
not
for the
talking about
best that
immediately.
not everyone could go to the place.
wait, what?
I said it's probably for the best that not everyone could go to the place.
Oh, you
not
mean
leaving-
if you break the map, then not everyone can find it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So the thing right before we wrap up, you set the painting down on the floating disc,
Mhm.
and the I'll roll stealth just to be fair. Yeah. Okay. So Jaden, you can hear somebody sneaking around.
Oh.
And when you turn, I assume,
Mhm.
you're like, hey, what? Then there's the sound of half a dozen crossbow bolts being like pulled into position. Heavy crossbows make a very distinctive noise. And you see 8 Githyanki step out of the shadows and indicate that they, the one steps forward and says, excellent, we will be taking that with us. And we'll game down there. Thank you everybody for joining us for session 13 of the Astral Circus here on Happy Jacks RPG. We love getting to do this live. The people who make that possible are our chat moderators, like Dorklord Canada and James V. Very appreciative of that. There are only 2 options to watch the show, live and later. Without them, there's no live. That's half. That's half of the opportunities to watch. I really like doing this live. If you can contribute to the Patreon, we know not everyone can. There's no pressure. It's fine. However, Kimmy pays for all this. We're not getting paid. This is not a for-profit business here. We're doing this for the love of the game, literally.
And each other.
So if you can contribute to the Patreon, it is very helpful. That's happyjacks.org/Patreon. And crew reintroduces themselves.
We do?
I'll start over here this time.
Hi, hello everyone. My name is Dion. I have played Gralen Longstamp. As I say every week, the world's in a craze, so check on your friends. Be not afraid to ask for help, and if someone asks you for help, provide it, because it costs you nothing to be a good person.
Yeah.
It's literally free in a world of not a lot of free things.
Yep.
This is true. Hi everybody, I'm still Sam. You can find me on the internets under my author pen name, Sylvie Hellstaff on Twitter. No, definitely not Twitter.
Nope.
TikTok and Blue Sky. Those are the 2. Like everybody mentioned earlier, I'm a monster romance author, and I have a new book coming out this month. It's Pride Month, and this book is super gay.
Love
You
it.
should check it out if you like that sort of thing. It's called Lust and Found. It is a queer polyamorous monster romance featuring demons, a fallen angel, a human witch. There's an elderly trio of witch mentors. It's a lot about finding your place in the world, finding your found family, and queer joy. So you can check it out on sylviehellstaff.com. I have details on there. If you would like to pre-order it, you can go to my itch.io page.
At any point, did you consider the title Love's Labor's Lust?
I did not. No, but
Okay.
that is also good.
Hi, I am Pooja. You can find me on the internet as Forgotten Saves. If you want to hear me play more TTRPGs, you can check out the Happy Jacks back catalog. Find me on Queen's Court Games, the 12-Sided Stories back catalog, just randomly scattered about in places you would never expect. And if you just want more of me in general because I'm so great, and also I make weird things that I just need to have in my life.
You should go see this.
Much like this cloak situation, kind of surcoat cloak that I decided to make for Ezthe. I have a YouTube channel called Forgotten Curiosities. Currently on the channel, you can see me make a magic mirror out of a sad beige thing and a kind of steamer trunk of a fantasy sword out of a filing cabinet because I need to get organized in my life and I have to trick myself to do it. Also, I am currently turning my craft room and trying to give it more Artificer's Workshop vibes.
Nice.
So that'll be coming up soon. So yeah,
Cool.
check it out. Subscribe if you like it. I would love to have you there in the community, if you will.
Awesome. And I'm Jason. You can find me on Twitch and Blue Sky at It's Probably Okay. I stream occasionally during the week video games that are hard and I die a lot. I don't know why I'm like this, but that's what I like. I like taking games, turn them up to maximum difficulty and see how long I can go. And that includes Wednesday nights at 8 p.m. I'm streaming with Dion and Pooja to complete honor mode on Dion's account. And we got Pooja well and truly out of character creation onto playing some of Pooja's solo games as well. I feel like a winner.
You definitely win.
Yeah.
Jason found my hyper focus button and just like jammed it down as
Yeah.
hard as possible.
There's only one setting. Go.
Yep.
So yes, that's good. And then on Fridays, I stream there with our mutual friend Sam DeLev, where we are designing a role-playing game in the round in real time, nearly weekly, unless we can't. Like this week, we took off. But you can find some of the previous developer logs, the dev logs we're creating there on Twitch, and then I'll be exporting them to YouTube soon, just to have a record of the game we're making. So that's a lot of fun too. And I think that's pretty much it. So we will be back next week, I believe, hopefully with our intrepid Jay return to the studio. Then these very friendly Githyanki, we'll see what they want.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Yeah, it's fine. It's probably okay.
We haven't had like a love party yet, so I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure that's
yeah.
what it's gonna be.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
Bye.